And we are live. What up, internet? What up, side chat? Which isn't very many because I just posted this. Oh shit! I gotta mute myself. There we go. There we go. Anyways, how you guys doing? How's your Friday? Look at this creeper over here. You won't let that dude in your house.
Fuck yeah! No, good.
Live from in your car. How's your car running?
And it's running. See, got the roof wide open. That's the whole point. I knew whatever I bought had to have a sunroof, dude. I was just like, I'm not fucking around this time. Gotta have a sunroof for the vape nation.
Oh yeah, goes right out, huh?
Yeah, it works better when you're doing that on the freeway, but yeah.
What up, KITB? How you doing, man? I sent you a link if you want to jump in. If you're bored, probably cooking meat,
Kid,
playing with your
kid
meat.
beat up in the.
Oh,
Yo,
where can he
you
go?
know what's funny? Yo, guess who hit me up today? Said they was down the street and they was, as soon as they got done, that they was gonna come to swing by and fucking kick it with me.
Who?
Oh my God, Kenny, look at your nuts.
Who?
Is my nuts?
Oh what?
My nuts? Who?
Now what are we too good to look at your face, bitch?
Yeah, nobody needs to see me.
Nah, fucking Cruiser motherfucker.
Oh, is he?
I don't know what.
He's from. He's
I
in
don't know what
NorCal, right?
No, he's
Arizona.
He's at the border between Cali and what do you call it? Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Like that area or some shit. Yeah. Yeah, because he was saying like where he rides. Sometimes he's like he's in Arizona, sometimes he's in California and shit. So
That's gotta be weird.
right, you know, sometimes you feel like a helmet, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep.
I can't see the side chat. I don't know what's going
There's
on.
not. It's just like I said. We ain't got any much going on. I just posted this thing. Bill is in Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Eating some clams.
Billy in Florida.
He can talk about it when he comes in a little bit. He said he'll join a little bit, but yeah, he's over there in Florida. I wonder if it's humid out there. Yeah, it's probably hot as fuck over there.
Florida's always hot as fuck,
and nasty and humid.
And I think they just had some kind of tropical bullshit like pass through. It's probably hot, rainy, and nope, I don't miss that.
Just like I like my women.
It's supposed to be like in the 90s this week here.
Dude, today was so nice. Like,
yeah,
it was nice to get up in the morning and go outside and see the sun.
Bike feels good.
Yeah, I can't wait to ride tomorrow. I'm stoked.
I'm signing all the.
Yeah, I am. I think I'm gonna leave my house like around 10 or 10:30, and then supposed to meet up with Diesel, but I know he's got something going on like the early afternoon, so I don't know what time. But if anything, I'll just meet up with Callie, Callie girl at the address she posted, and then I'll be up your way eventually.
For shizzle dizzle, dizzle.
You guys expecting a good turnout?
I don't know. I came to the last event that was here. That was back when
that was a crappy one, right?
Crashed. Yeah, he crashed, dude. That fucking shit was gnarly, son. I'm sitting there like,
who crashed?
Because I'm sitting there. So there was a guy on Instagram named Clarky Brand. He was friends with Bash and Cali Clutch and all that. And so like they were like, yo, you want to see the fucking footage? And I was like, hell yeah, I'll check that shit out. And so I'm watching this camera view of some dude like on a Kawasaki or whatever. And then I'm sitting there looking at he's in like the number 2 lane or some shit. And he's kind of looking toward the riders over there in the carpool. And so I'm like, wait, who the fuck's finna go down? Next thing I know, wham! Right in the back of a fucking van, dude, at like 60.
Oh, he ran into the back of a van?
Yeah, dude. There was no braking. It's just he was looking forward and he looked over at everybody and was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Turns back and wham! Right into the back of a fuck. I don't think the van was stopped, But either way, that van couldn't have been doing probably no more than like 20 or 30 or something. Like
Damn.
it
He
was
got fucked
bad.
up.
Some vertebrae stuff and things. Like he wasn't paralyzed. Like he was good. Like we went to the hospital and saw him a couple hours later. He's talking,
Just some
like
vertebrae stuff. Nothing major.
Yeah,
I mean,
some stuff with his,
Nothing
his
major.
back's broken.
I mean, granted, he's not gonna fucking ride the slingshot at the fucking state fair for sure. Definitely not gonna happen. But
You have to sign the waiver for that one.
Have you been in a motorcycle accident above 60 miles an hour?
Did you
are not
smack
allowed
into
to
a
ride this
backside of a
ride.
van going 60? If so, mark here.
That sounds painful. I mean, I know exactly though what you're talking about. When you're riding and you like look to the right or something, then you look forward and you're like, oh shit.
Oh shit! But imagine whatever you oh shitted was
Six.
fucking 20 feet closer to you.
Yeah. No,
And
there's no maneuvering.
yeah, because the thing is too, like I think if you know what's funny, like I didn't get it on video either, but one day I left here, I left work, I left work from here one day, and I went and got some gas, and I was coming back, and this lady made like an illegal U-turn in the middle of the street, right? And there was no indication that she was going to do that, but I'm sitting there riding, and I happened to look behind me or look to my right to see if I could get over or whatever, and I did. And right as I looked back, dude, this chick was just right in my fucking lane, and I was like, holy shit. And it was one of those things, like, being an experienced rider, we have moments that it doesn't scare us like it used to. You know what I mean? Like that very first time you had a car pull
Yeah.
out in front of you, that type of shit. Dude, that shit like legitimately took me back to like beginner rider days and dealing with cars and all that shit, dude. Like it had legitimately scared me that much, and I kind of froze for a minute. I was like, "Fuck, do I?" And then luckily I just went around her, and I was like, "This fucking bitch tried to kill me." Cars and all that shit, dude. Oh, who's that?
That's me. Oh, I'm trying to turn my volume down. Yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah, I have I have two things that will fall off my insurance next year, which should lower my price. And one is my accident, and then my oh shit moment when I sideswiped the car and scratched it all up.
Oh,
Brand new Honda with my frame sliders.
You hit the side of a car with frame sliders?
Yeah.
Good job.
It was the exact same situation. I was going up Grape. I was going up Grape after work, and it was like traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked to the right, and then when I looked back, the cars were stopped, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I swerved between a car and the SUV, and I bounced off the car a couple times and hit the SUV. The SUV kept going, but the car, I scratched the shit up out of that car. He just got it. I think he had it like 2 days. I'm like, oh, I felt bad.
Good job.
Bruh.
Oh, speaking of getting cars back, we got the Prius back today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did they test all the electronic stuff like you were saying, or you asked?
Yeah. They tested everything. And everything seems fine. Like I fucked with some stuff, and everything that I think is important works.
Does it look brand new again?
Yeah, I can't tell that anything ever happened.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's back. Thank God.
Excited not to pay an arm and a leg for gas.
Jesus Christ, $65 a tank. That's
what?
Yeah.
For what? Oh, in the Lexus?
No, in the our loaner car was some kind of Acura. Is it an Acura? No. It was an Infinity Q something like sedan.
Double gate?
Yeah. Like the car is like super uncomfortable. It just fucking drinks gas like it's nobody's business. Yeah, fuck that car.
Gas too?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to probably cut out for a second. We'll see.
Beep beep.
That's the sound of the police.
Guys, I'm about to get arrested. I'll catch y'all later.
Dude, did you guys see that? What happened with that Twitch streamer?
What Twitch streamer?
All right. So on Twitch, you can do all. The cool thing about Twitch is you can do all these custom mods and stuff. So like, let's say someone donates money, a splash will come up on the screen and it'll make noises, or it'll trigger a sound effect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had a sound effect. It was like C4, the C4 has been enabled. The bomb will go off, and then in X amount of time, and then it started counting down. Well, he was streaming live in some college, and some, I don't know what it was, but he was in his room with all these
Oh
people,
no.
and someone donated, so it went off, um, and it went on. It was loud, and so everyone fucking heard it, and everybody fucking ran out the room, like boom, they took off, and so he's in jail right now. He got arrested. Not only did he get arrested for it, um, they didn't, they, whatever you call it, no bond, zero bond.
And he probably didn't get the money that he got donated.
Well, it was like $4, something like that. But dude, that dude's gonna end up in jail for sure.
But maybe I don't know. Like it's
No, someone was mentioning there was a case before that where something similar happened, but it didn't even say bomb. It just said something something, and that dude went to jail for like 6 months or something like that.
damn.
This one specifically said the bomb's gonna go off, in the X amount of time. So they're like, yeah, this dude's screwed. He's fucked.
Yeah.
What's
You gotta
what
make sure you let everybody know that there is
country?
no
Here.
explosives. Zero explosives.
Oh, okay.
Here in the U.S., yeah. Hey, they don't play with that stuff.
Yeah, you can't. Certain things you shouldn't say out in public.
Yeah, can't yell fire in a crowded room or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Free
Yeah.
speech, bitches, free speech. Oh, that doesn't
Yeah.
cover.
That's
Well,
not covered under free speech.
I was actually watching something. They were saying there's only a couple things that free speech doesn't cover, and that's like one of them is yelling fire in a crowded room, and something like a bomb or whatever. What up, Braptastic? What up, Matt West? If you're still watching, what up?
Damn, dude. My thing says 3 people.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. The views on this have gone down, but then I haven't really been posting either. So yeah, play
Yeah.
stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yep. I mean, he knew what was gonna happen. Like, you don't go out.
I bet he thought it was gonna be like kind of funny. And
Funny.
cool. People
Yeah.
get
No,
out.
dude, people freaked out though. They were like running. I was like,
Hell yeah, dude! All the crazy shit that's been happening in like schools, and I'd be
Yeah.
fucking gone too. Yeah, it's a crazy time we live in,
I'm like, damn, Kenny, I ain't never seen you run that fast before.
dude. I'm pretty quick, man. They call me the bulldog.
For other reasons.
Like, is that because when you're done running, you're like,
No, because I take like really short steps and I fucking run with my head forward, like my head is leading me. I'm a pretty, I say so like minus like 15 pounds. Like I'm
wait, what?
a
Did you
decent
say?
runner.
Wait, what? Did you just say you were faster than Red?
No, I never said that.
That's why I just heard that.
I said minus.
Goddamn
Like,
right.
I think we need a race.
no.
I think we need to see a race here.
No. There's no racing. I don't run. I don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, and we can throw Kevin in the back. Maybe this time he'll come to SCMM and actually, get
I'm just
it into-
hoping. I'm just hoping that one of you guys pushes it too far, and I catch you guys eating shit.
No.
And then we can slow mo that. We can put it in slow motion.
Nah, it's definitely gonna be Kenny because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stay a couple steps off of him, right, and then I'm gonna take a couple steps forward and then bloop, kick the back of his heel and then. Bloop.
Yeah, and this is exactly why we won't be running.
I mean, if you fast enough, Kenny,
I don't know.
you ain't got nothing to worry about,
I feel with enough beer, Kenny will be down.
No.
That is true. You know what? I would probably have to agree with you on that.
What? Are you trying to say? I'm a sucker?
Yes.
Yes. That is exactly what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You can't eat a bunch of beers, and he will think anything's a great idea.
Yeah.
Nope, not running. Not doing it.
I'll put a Coors at the end of it.
Nope. Man, it's nice, dude. I'm sitting outside in the garage.
Yeah, I'm sitting out. Your garage is nice and chilling.
It's fucking 65 degrees out right now. Dude, if you don't get your Mexican Toyota Corolla ass out of the... Learn how to...
Yeah, so tomorrow at 8, the notary person is coming over.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
buddy.
do all the signing, I guess, tomorrow.
You know what? Let me see. Where exactly are you in conjunction to where I need to go tomorrow?
Oh, I'm about an hour east. No, yeah, hour east.
Oh, because oh yeah, I would take the 5. Yeah. Oh no, to get to where Diesel is, yeah, I'd probably end up taking the 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little out of the way.
yeah. No, I'm an hour east.
All right.
Dude, that's what happened last time. I went to Reds and when LHSD, I went to drop off those flyers. It took me like an hour to get to his work, and then I was like, oh, this isn't bad. And then it took me 3 hours to get home.
Man, fuck that.
But I was in the car.
Mm.
At
No,
least.
I'm excited to
Oh,
just have a day to go ride tomorrow. That'd be fun. It'd be nice to see everybody because I'm imagining a bunch of people are going. I still haven't read through all of that chat
What
that
up,
Cali girl
Palm Beach
posted.
Rider? What up, man?
So, seems like
Yeah,
there might be some fun people there.
the bike's running
And
good, and the bike felt good today on the way home.
yeah, nice old change.
Yeah,
Uh,
nice fresh oil.
no coolant.
Nope, hasn't leaked.
Wow.
yet.
Hey. We gotta jinx them.
Yeah, don't jinx me.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
Hey,
No, Wednesday morning, I was going to work and I heated up the bike, and when I came back out, there was a little bit of coolant on the ground, and I was like, oh my god, I was so pissed. So I moved it, I turned it off, tried to see where the leak was coming from. It was only a
oh
little
shit.
bit, and then I rode it around again a little bit, let it sit, and didn't leak again. So I rode to work, and then me and Kenny basically stripped the bike apart and tried to make it happen again, but it was full of coolant still, no issues, and it was yeah,
Is the reservoir cracked? Maybe.
no, we checked all
No,
that.
yeah, that was what I was thinking yesterday. But yeah, the reservoir is not cracked. There was still some in there. It was just lower than what we put. And I don't know.
I don't know.
I know some is going to go into the system, but the radiator is full. So
What up, Silver Surfer Tim?
I don't know. We'll keep
What
an eye on
up? Yeah, so basically we ran it, took it all off, all the fairings off, and then basically ran it until it got as hot as it was gonna get, and it never leaked. And then since I had everything off, I was gonna do an oil change this weekend. And I was like, well, fuck, I don't have to do this again. So we ran and grabbed some oil in the filter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have got rid of that oil today. I was going to do it before we got rid of the rental car. So if I spilled oil, it'd be in that fucking vehicle.
Wait, what happened to the Prius?
The Prius is here. I just don't want to put oil in the back because if I spill it, then I spill it in my own car.
Wait, you rented a car to move oil?
No, I don't think he knows about the incident.
What?
I don't think Red knows about the incident.
What
I
incident?
don't.
It was your wife in the car.
My wife got in a car accident with the Prius.
Oh, well, good job, Kenny.
Hey, what? That's not my fault. I didn't know you didn't know.
Well, technically, it is your fault for her getting into a car accident.
No, it's
Because
not.
you bought a Prius.
Hey, that's fucked up, man.
That is fucked up, but it's funny though. It is funny though.
Wait, who? Oh shit!
What up,
Well,
Mike Parson?
She's good.
Mike,
Just
who?
the car got fucked up a little bit.
Car got fucked up a little bit.
Yeah, the person like T-boned her, but it wasn't that bad. It just looked really bad. But they fixed it and it looks fucking brand new. Oh.
Bro,
And
it's
it probably wouldn't been as bad, but the person that hit her was driving like an old like Ford Bronco with like a battering ram on the front.
Driving through Texas.
Yeah.
Oof.
Who is?
That's a long ride. Mike Parson is driving
Texas.
through Texas. That's a long drive.
How long you been in Texas? Like 3 days?
Are you like, are you driving all the way through Texas?
Man, I hope you got unlimited data.
Yeah. I would just give up, man, because Texas is fucking long and big and boring.
What up,
Just
Tim Kreitz?
stop.
Oh shit, Tim Kreitz in the house. I didn't send you a link. I didn't know if you were going to be around. Let me get you that link.
Did somebody
I
say
know.
Texas?
Yeah, did somebody say Texas?
Kenny Craig's.
It's a huge bitch.
Wait, you talking about Tim? Tim's huge?
Yeah, he's inside chat. I just sent him a link.
No, who, never mind. Disregard. Bruh, man, you know what? Like, I always thought, like, ghetto, man, fucking Inglewood, son. Like earlier, when Cali girl, when I went to go get that tire patch for her, fucking, bro, I saw like a butt naked crackhead. Well, not wasn't butt naked, but butt naked from the waist down, walking across the street, and she was black, but it was funny because she was still ashy. Like that shit, I don't know, it's funny.
What? So you saw
An
a
ashy
half.
crackhead, half naked, walking across the street in yellow. She was wearing like a blue jacket that just came below her waist, right? Like covered up the essentials. But then she had on like some bright yellow fucking socks.
Huh.
Crackhead.
Like Ashley Larry's cousin.
Yeah, but ashy are like the knees and the legs.
Oh yeah. See, that's when you got to get out your car and give him some cocoa butter. But here you go. Have a blessed day.
Wait, bitch, do you ride around with cocoa butter in your car?
No, I ride around with a small bottle of Jergens in my backpack.
Jergens.
Huh.
Yeah, man. Hey, I get ashy, dude, so I keep a little bottle of, like, a little travel size of hand lotion. Yeah.
What up, Chucks or Palm Beach Rider? If you guys want to join, send you guys a link. YouTube.
Palm Beach
Stand
right
by.
in the fucking building. What up, Palm Beach? Good with you, homie?
Yeah, man. You never know when you get ashy, and you're like, damn, dude, I'm ashy. I wish I had some lotion.
Kenny, you light skinned. Is that really a thing?
Yeah, it is really a thing.
I know you feel dry skin, but do you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, with me, it's almost like a chalkboard. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I wouldn't say it's that bad.
Yeah. You get a chick with some long nails, son. Like, yeah.
No.
Here, girl, leave me your phone number. I don't have a pen. Use my arm.
Just scratch it into my arm.
Yeah, just write your number down right here, real quick.
Right. And then pray to God I don't fucking sweat on the way home.
That's funny. No, it's not that bad.
All right, let me get the fuck up out of here. I gotta go to this meeting, talk some stuff and things. Hopefully this dude doesn't come back and be like, "Oh, we'll pay you fucking in bottle caps or some shit." I don't know.
If he asks you to take off your clothes or if you're in the anal, make sure you get the hell out of there.
If there's a black couch in there, run.
If there's a black couch, run.
Covered in cellophane.
Yeah. like just like we were talking about, like Grandma used to do.
Oh, dude. Like, is that? Can you even still purchase that shit?
I don't know, but that's so funny. We were talking about that the other night, man. That's funny.
Yeah, like I know there's couch covers, like the cloth kind, but the plastic joints, right? Like,
yeah.
Wait, was that shit couch specific? I was too young back then to really understand. Like, was that couch specific or were they like universal?
I don't know.
What up, Boris?
I know my grandmother had them on her couch forever, and it was always on the nice couch, like the living room that nobody's supposed to go into. Like all that furniture was covered in plastic.
Motherfucker, everybody.
Ride to victory. What up, bro? I'll send you a link. Check your YouTube inbox.
Yeah. Well, if there's a couch in there, make sure you run.
Fuck off. Anyways, yeah. If I get some time, man, I'll definitely be back, guys.
All right, man.
Right on, man.
Later.
How you been, Tim?
Oh, I'm good, man. How have you guys been?
Yeah.
Working.
Oh, yeah, same here. Except just 111 degrees here today. So that's
goddamn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Where are you, the sun?
Yeah, I'm on the surface of the sun.
Did you make it over to Palm Springs already? Is that what's happening? You get there early?
Yeah, West Texas is getting me ready for Palm Springs. Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, it's been real hot. So
that's no bueno.
No, it is not. Not for this early in the year. It's technically not even summer yet.
Screw all that.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the hot, because I think that's probably the hottest I'll be all year.
Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to wear my summer jacket. It's almost summer. It's almost time to break out my summer gear, but it's so cold in the morning still. And then the weather's all crazy. So like, what was it like the other day I went to work? It was nice, and then all of a sudden it was fucking raining. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. That California weather.
Yeah, it's like here. It's just in the morning. It's like cloudy and kind of weird looking.
Yeah, same here.
In the mornings here, it's hot and then it gets hotter. Like I'll be riding to work in the morning at 80 degrees already.
Oh man, what time?
It's 7:30, 7:15.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's hot. When it's 70, 80 degrees at like 7 in the morning, you're gonna be in for a long day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a long one today, I'll tell you that. But our city is doing this weird thing. I did not ride today. Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one, at lunch, I had to go to the radio station because I'm doing the radio show tomorrow night, and I had to do some prep work. I had to log out my satellite shit and upload all the files for the show. And so I wanted to take my truck to do that because I had to carry some stuff. But also, the city is doing this weird thing right now where they're chlorinating the water system, and part of that is that they purge the fire plugs. So all over town, the streets are flooded. And I was not about to try to ride a motorcycle in my work clothes through all of that horse shit. So
Are they trying to like clean out the pipes and stuff?
Yeah, it has something to do with purging all of the. It has something to do with purging the lower level of chlorinated water completely out of the system, and then chlorinating the system through the drinking water and the hydrant water and everything. It does a bunch of stuff. It like supposedly it purges some radioactivity. Like all city water, all municipal water has a certain amount of natural radioactivity. It's supposed to lower it. It's supposed to clean it and clean the pipes and all this other stuff. It's something that you have to do out in desert towns, because otherwise you'll end up with a bunch of bacteria and bad shit.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So they're doing all that. So I didn't even bother with trying to ride a motorcycle because it would have taken me twice as long to get anywhere today going around all the places where the streets were flooded.
Tim sitting at a stoplight, all of a sudden dude opens up the hydrant.
And they will do that. Yep, they will do that, and they won't even feel bad about it. Typical government employees, no. So yeah, but it was a hot one, and it's going to be hot for there is no rain in the forecast, and over 100 degrees forecasted for the next week.
Fuck.
Yeah, between 100 and 102 and 106, all into next week.
Nope.
So, no relief in sight. That's hotter than Arizona right now.
Need an ocean. Keep it cool.
Uh-huh. That's it, man. It's just the last 3 weeks we've been traveling, and we've been playing some local shows and some road shows. So just my Friday and Saturday nights have been eaten up, but we're kind of done with that leg of gigs, and we're not going to go back out for like a month. We're going to get back into the studio, and man, this next record that we're working on right now is taking longer than any of the others. So just because, between day jobs and playing road shows, at a certain point you just have to block out some time to work on the recordings. So, but I thought I'd take advantage of Friday night to come hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Well,
you guys ever come to San Diego?
We haven't gone that far with this band. We did a couple of California shows in Arizona when I was playing with Creed Fisher, and a bunch of shows in the Deep South. And then you go up into the Corn Belt where they like, red dirt music and all that. So we always go up toward Nebraska and Iowa, and always east toward Louisiana and Alabama, and then just once or twice far out
Hey,
west.
little dog. I've seen you yesterday. What are you doing over here? Hey, get out of here.
What up, Scott?
Go,
How you doing, man? Sent you a link. Check your inbox. How's it going, Palm Beach?
Yo, what up? My bad. I was just waiting for you guys to.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I know how that is. Jumping into a stream, it's like playing hopscotch.
Yeah, what's funny is I was looking at my messages. The last message I received on YouTube was a link to one of your hangouts a year ago.
Yeah.
I've been I've been doing a lot of music lately, so I haven't really been active on YouTube. But
That's good though. Keep him busy.
yeah, definitely. But I mean, I've been busy for the last week and a half for other reasons. Um, I basically just dropped everything. I'm sure you guys seen my
Yeah.
Instagram.
Well, what's
That-
happening on Instagram?
My best buddy and his girlfriend just died in a car accident.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I saw that.
It's
Yeah,
unfortunate, man.
yeah.
It's,
Sorry about that.
Real sad. Yeah.
Yep.
Josh told me about it.
Yeah, actually, Josh showed up at the memorial.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fucking. I mean, me and Josh go way back, like since we first both started YouTube and shit. But I just came back. I just got back from Jay's house, and I was just putting his DRZ back together.
That's rough.
Yeah, he took it apart to do the valve adjustment, and I basically just put everything back together, and the battery was dead, so I had to wait for it to charge. So,
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. It's
I
hard,
read
man.
I just read his autopsy and shit. Like, dude, I mean, I never worried about the kid dying in a motorcycle accident just because like I knew he was a
Hmm.
he was a careful rider, you know, but I never expected him to die in a car accident.
That's the thing, man. It's like, people talk about how dangerous it is to ride. It's kind of that thing, man. It's anything, man. Step off a curb wrong, you know, car accident. Like so many
Yeah.
things in life are out there to get you, man.
I mean, the thing that sucks too is like my brother about 12 years ago, he died in a car accident, and I'm reading the autopsy, and bro, it's like
Similar.
almost to the T, like the same way my brother died.
That sucks, man. Yeah, I didn't know him, but I mean everything that I've seen, everyone that's talked about him has just talked about, how a good guy he was, and always it's always shitty, man.
Yeah, I mean, his parents, like, not a lot of people knew. I was really good friends with his parents as well. So, um, they obviously, to be expected, they didn't know what to do in a situation like this. It's their only child. Um,
Man.
his parents are in their, like, his dad just turned 70, so they're older.
Man.
So for the past week and a half, like, I basically set everything up, me and the missus, memorial services and pretty much everything that they needed to do to be like either get
Yeah.
closure or get his possessions and all that stuff. Like I've been doing that.
Helping him out.
Um,
That's good on you, man. That's good.
Big, yeah.
Definitely.
Big props your way.
Yeah.
That's tough to do. It doesn't matter if it's a friend or a family member. I've had to do that several times in my life. My mom's funeral, both my grandparents' funerals, man. It's a big emotional weight.
oh yeah, and the good thing is like they didn't know about GoFundMe and like I know Jay, I know about how much money he had in his bank account and all that, and unfortunately they're not going to be able to access that for about a month. So um, I said, well, let's do this. And I told him what the GoFundMe was about and all that. And, I linked his parents' bank account so I don't have to deal with withdrawing the money. And
It goes directly to them, yeah.
right. So they get it directly. And they were just blown away by how much money was raised with that. And,
I will
it,
say,
it
man,
sucks.
GoFundMe is when you have these types of situations, and I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's where it
Being-
fulfills its proper purpose.
Yeah, and
Right.
and being fortunate to be kind of in the position with social media, and most of all of us are friends, know each other, and it spreads quickly.
Oh, definitely. And it was funny because they wanted to charge like an insane amount of money for like funeral services and all that and to transport the body because where he passed away, him and his girlfriend, they both died instantly. And they are about 5 hours from home. So
Oh yeah.
the amount of money it would have cost to transport the bodies and all that, they just, they cremated him. I was able to have a memorial service done for pretty much free. So
Yeah, that's good.
um,
It help to help ease it a little bit.
yeah,
Not much, but something.
well, I was talking it over with his parents, and they were wondering how, what the capacity of the church was, and all that. And I was like, well, based on fire code, it's like 140 something, but pretty much like 160 people showed up, and she had no idea. Like, he had his family, but a lot of people were childhood friends, and we had like 12 people from Jacksonville come down, um, including Downshift. Downshift was the one that actually called me and broke the news to me. And because I know Downey pretty well, so he calls me, and like instantly, like my fucking chest, like someone just fucking ripped my heart out. Like, it's insane.
That's rough, man. That it's yeah, that's fucking rough.
I mean, I apologize. I don't mean to put a damper on the whole mood.
No, man.
Oh, no, I mean,
no.
I don't know that it's been talked about in a hangout, so it's good to talk about it. Just to kind of let people know what's going on in case they're outside the loop.
Yeah, I know.
If you don't mind talking about it, I'm sure there's more than just me is curious. What were the circumstances of the crash?
All right. Basically, he and this is the more shitty part about it is he was driving on I-95, and he had friends. We have mutual friends that live in Jacksonville. They were actually right behind him that saw the accident.
Mm-hmm.
So this kid, Jay is 23. His girlfriend was 22. The people that were following them were younger, maybe by a year or two. Mm-hmm. So they witnessed the whole accident. The one guy, Dino Biker, is his Instagram handle. He ran up to the car and saw the bodies. Like, no one should ever see that, yeah. Especially being he's only like 21.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with emotionally.
Right, and so he witnessed the whole accident. But basically, what happened was his car lost control, and there was no speeding involved. The roads were wet, but I've come to the conclusion that he might have dropped the ball joint or something, and
yeah, steering came loose.
Yeah, it's something like there's no other reason why he would have lost control, and especially if there wasn't any high speed involved.
Was it an older car or?
Yeah.
No, airbags, all that stuff. None of the safety features.
No, it had airbags and stuff, but basically, the car flipped on its side and smacked a tree.
Oh yeah,
it was an older Mustang, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Mustang.
Those models Mustangs were notorious for losing rear axles.
Really?
Going down the road. Yeah, there was actually a recall.
Yeah, I actually had a friend. His entire wheel came off while driving on the freeway.
Yeah.
And it actually, he had a Cobra, an older Cobra, and while he was on the freeway, the tire came off and it just flew past him.
Yeah, yep. This one was actually one of his front wheels, and I told his dad, they're trying to figure out what happened. I said, well, I used to own, I had a couple of Ford Thunderbirds back in the day, and I lost a ball joint one time, and thankfully it was only in a parking lot. But I mean, it couldn't have been a bearing, because the way Jay was, he would have noticed that well before. But I mean, you never know when a ball joint's gonna go out. Your steering can come loose, but sometimes that shit can just fall out
or an idler arm. Yeah, there are a lot of front end components that can come loose, and you lose your steering. Yeah, one wheel goes one way and one goes the other, or one stays straight and the other one goes crazy. Exactly.
Yeah, so that's what we've kind of come to the conclusion on, and it's really just a freak accident. Nothing.
That's shitty.
Not even. It doesn't appear to be driver error.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It comes down to
an absolute freak accident.
Yeah, but I've told people this before, man. You can do everything right in your life,
Yep.
and some freaky shit is still gonna happen to you.
Yep.
You can be the safest guy, you can be the safest rider, you can be the safest driver. Freaky shit may still come out and get you.
Yeah, I know. Since that happened, that was on the 20th of May. I've been at his parents' house every single day, and actually yesterday, I finally fucking when I got off of work, I collapsed,
I bet.
fucking out for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. But I've been keeping a good support system for his parents and the rest of his family.
How's his girlfriend's parents?
That's a whole other issue. um, they didn't. They used to like Jay, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Something flipped, and then from one day to the next, they hated his guts. And um, yeah, so the whole situation's been touchy. We don't associate with them at all.
That's sad.
Gotcha.
But except for Sunday, I'm gonna actually um, deliver her belongings to her parents, so that should be fun, I guess.
Fun. Fun is the only word you can think would describe what it might be like.
No, I mean I'm not gonna disrespect them in any way because
Yeah,
no.
yeah. It's
Pers-
all hard for them too, man.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like personally, I have no issues with them. It was just between Chief Jay and his girl, but uh, I'm definitely gonna offer my condolences. But you know, I'm doing the best that I could to
Yeah.
make everything a little bit easier for both families.
Well, I will tell you this. Having had jobs where, people have had, being in law enforcement for the time I was, and doing some of the things I've been around in my life as a 48-year-old man. One of the things I always, will tell somebody who is dealing with this sort of a situation is don't forget to, in the midst of taking care of everyone else, don't forget to take care of yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, actually. Oh, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, because sooner or later, it'll take a physical toll on you. So, remember, just in the midst of taking care of everything and everyone else, make sure you make time to take care of yourself too.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to, this weekend, I was supposed to take a break. I was actually supposed to meet up with Brandyland, and she was going to come down to my house, and then we were going to pick up Jay and then head over to Shade Trees. But since Chief Jay is no longer with us, she's actually in Tampa now. I'm actually going to Shade Trees tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a few beers and just
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really surprised that Josh showed up because I know he had an event going on that weekend, and he walks through the door, and I was supposed to say a few words at the memorial, and I didn't really feel up to it, and it was a good thing because the audio guy didn't show up, so I actually had to get on the console and take care of that. So um, Josh walked in the door, and I was like, "Holy crap! I didn't not expect him to come." Like, given the events that he had going on,
Yeah.
like I know he would have showed up. There was no events going on, but when he walked through the door, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, he was him and his other buddy Josh. They just broke down as soon as they walked in the door.
Wow.
Because him and Jay were really like real good buddies. They were pretty much Jay was always there like every other weekend at his bar.
Yeah, man. It's just such an unfortunate, fortunate event, man.
Oh yeah, Defobra. Yeah, Defobra saw my post on Instagram. They actually had met a couple years ago. Yeah, it's if anyone has ever met Chief Jay like in person, like super awesome dude. Freaking would do anything for anyone.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
But again, guys, I really didn't mean to damper
No,
We'll hang
man,
out
it's
and
all good. This
hijack it.
No, man, I
Yeah.
appreciate you being willing to talk about it because
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't had a conversation with anyone who was truly in the know since it happened until just now tonight. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been kind of the liaison on everything with setting up the
yeah.
memorial, having the Jacksonville guys come down, um, a bunch of other people that couldn't make it that were devastated. Um, all the Tampa guys, Oydirk and Downshift especially. He's the one that broke the news to me. So, I've been kind of, people are like looking at me like, oh, how come you're not like more emotional? And he was my best friend and all that. But you know, I I was in the military. Like I grieve in my own ways, and
Everybody does.
right, and being the strongest person that I could be in front of everyone, I think that that was probably the best call on my end. But trust me, I freaking going to sleep at 4 in the morning, just fucking nonstop breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
I just do that in private. I just need to be the strongest person I could be in front of everyone, because if everyone else is crying, there's got to be one
Yep.
person that
I know that position.
Yep. Me too. Somebody's got to hold it together and get things done.
Yep. So, I have my ups and downs. I'm at the point now where I can watch his videos and actually laugh, because we used to do a lot of stupid shit. But it was tough the first like 2 days. I was like, I couldn't even see. I couldn't even
That's
see
always
his logo.
that's a good thing. My best friend died about a month or so after my wedding, and yeah, and it was funny because like you'd read like through our text messages and it'd be fucking hilarious. And up until a couple months ago, like I had the voicemail he left me on my birthday for my 29th birthday, still in my voicemail, and I like once or twice a year I'd listen to it. It still fucking makes me laugh.
It's like 30 years ago, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's
at this point, I haven't been able to get his DRZ running. Like I said, the battery died, so I couldn't. I don't know, the fuel overflow is leaking gas, and I can't figure out why. So I know the bike was basically stripped down. I mean, the only thing that was attached was the front wheel and the engine. Everything else was out. So I got everything back together, but for some reason, when I put the petcock on prime, it's leaking fuel.
It's leaking from where though? Because when you put the petcock on prime, that's just going to dump fuel into the float bowls until you turn it off. You can't leave it on prime. You're only supposed to do that for just a minute. Just that's when you have completely dry float bowls, like you just rebuilt your carburetors or whatever.
Right.
You go to prime, it fills the float bowls up, and it actuates the needle valves. Once you get enough fuel in there, and then you shut it off from prime and either go to run or off or wherever you want to put it.
Right. And I think there's something wrong with the float valves because it's leaking out of the overflow.
Okay. It may have a stuck float then.
Yeah, and that's what we kind of I kind of put in my head that that's probably what's wrong with it. But since with the dead battery, actually when I started cranking it up, the leak was less and less. So I guess I have to wait till Sunday when I come back from Tampa, and the battery would be fully charged, and I'll install that and see if I can get it running then. But
well, you'll get it sorted out. Just don't try to do too many things at once.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Once you start taking motorcycles apart and putting them back together, you kind of need to have a clear mind to do that. So
right.
You'll figure it out. It'll just be some kind of minor thing like a stuck float or something like that, or maybe something got left out, or you never know. It's probably something simple, and you'll figure it out.
Well, his dad, like I said, I'm really good friends with his parents as well, and his dad really like him and Jay used to drink all the time. Not all the time, like not alcoholic, but so when I got there, first thing Actually, I thought I had to break the news to him because I wasn't sure if the police had shown up yet.
Mm.
So me and my wife, we park in his driveway and we're like, all right, so are you ready to do this? And of course we weren't. And when I knocked on the door, his dad had already opened the door and I saw his face and I was like, oh, he knows. But first thing he offered me was a beer and I was like, hell yeah, I'll have a drink with you. And you know, his dad actually like 2 days later wanted me to put the bike together and I said, look, we have a lot of stuff we have to do, you know, videos and slideshows and the memorial and all that. And I said, you know, sometime, you know, a couple days after we'll get it done. And we got it done. It's like you said, just need to kind of sit back a little bit and really think about how the carb works. And then I can make a proper judgment on that.
Yeah. Well, if it's coming out of the overflows, either something is either stuck open or stuck closed, if that makes sense.
No, definitely. And it makes perfect sense because like it's almost instantaneous. And when I turn the petcock from on to prime, it's just instant gas coming out. So definitely something stuck in there.
Yeah.
Because fuel shouldn't be coming out of the overflow like that quickly.
Now, what should happen is when you go to prime, you know, that's, like I said, that's the exception because prime will just keep dumping fuel in there. But what should happen is it should cause the carburetor floats to start floating in the fuel, and that'll actuate the needle valves. So then you can just go to run, and you know you should have smooth operation. And if you, like you said, it's just pouring out, then it sounds to me like there's probably a float might be stuck in the down position so that valve is not closing. It's just remaining open, and it's pushing fuel up out of the overflow. That's as good a place as any to start anyhow.
Well, I know when I had it on the on position, when I cranked the bike, it started leaking fuel out of the overflow too. And then, but the more I try to crank the bike up, the less fuel was coming out. So I don't know. I guess I gotta wait till the battery died as I was doing that. So just basically have to wait till the battery charges and maybe look more into the carb because I know there wasn't an issue before. So
well, and look to see that the main needle is going all the way up and down, like it's not stuck somewhere in between. And make sure you got vacuum on the diaphragm. And I mean, it's, you know, it gets into a whole bunch of stuff. But if there's a service manual laying around, if you had one for the bike, just go to the carburetor section. It'll show you how it's laid out as far as the components go. It should be, you know, it's probably fuel, you know, a needle valve, a fuel needle, and 2 jets. There's probably a low speed jet or idle jet, and then a you know, main jet. That's probably how it's laid out.
Right.
I don't know that bike in particular, but that for something that's, you know, dual sport with single carburetor, single cylinder, that's a pretty typical design. So yeah.
So I guess I'm just pretty much taking it a day at a time.
It's all you can do, man.
Yeah, it's weird because I've only known him for about going on 4 years, and dude, like I met his whole family prior to his passing, so like I'm pretty much part of his family now. Like his aunt was we used to go up to her house when we did our North Carolina trips. She's actually in town. We're actually planning another trip, and I'm gonna take his FZ6 and some of his ashes, and I'm gonna ride his bike all the way up to North Carolina because that was our thing. So
that'll be a fitting tribute, man.
You know what I mean.
You should definitely film that. I don't think it would be in bad taste to film that trip. And
no, definitely. I'm gonna grab one of his GoPros, and I have my cameras as well, and I'm definitely gonna do something pretty big with that. You know, pretty much little clips of the way up and the actual dumping of his ashes in the lake that we used to go to.
Right.
So I think that'll be really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
And I asked his parents, and they were totally on board with that. And so yeah, I mean, I don't know when that's gonna happen. That's not gonna be for a while though.
Right on.
It might probably be next year or so, but um, I just want to make sure his parents are good and you know and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's, can't imagine it being. I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
Well,
me
I know
neither.
the crazy part is his parents have never been to the house in North Carolina. Like his mom's sister, like she's never been to her house, and I've been there twice. So we're all gonna plan a trip to go up there together. So yeah, it's gonna take some planning because his parents are older. So I mean, it took them 20 years to finally get pregnant with Jay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so um, yeah, so we're gonna plan something. It's gonna take a while, and I'm definitely gonna record that.
Yeah, I think that'd be like Tim said. That'd be a good good little tribute video and some kind of it'll be out there forever. You know.
Yeah, and that's a good thing about YouTube is I was talking to one of my coworkers who I hang out with on a regular, out of work, and he met Jay a lot of times actually, and he was like, "Damn, like I think I need to start getting on YouTube and start documenting shit because like
Mm-hmm.
when we did the memorial, I actually ripped one of Jay's videos off of YouTube that he made. It was like a compilation videos of all the cool shit he's done in like
Yeah.
one of the years, and everyone was like, "Oh, that video you put together was awesome," and I said, "I didn't do that. I just took it off of his YouTube," and they were like, "Really?" So now he's like, "Dude, like it's one of those things where, like even on my own channel, I can look back and say, shit, like I remember this happened on that trip,
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah. I've had binge watching moments watching my videos and just looking back at fun stuff that's happened. It's definitely something cool as far as just a record. I mean, I don't think anyone's at had been able to do that yet. But as you get older, it'll be something to be able to look back on and kind of kind of like a documentary of your life, and at least your writing life, and you know some of the things that you've done as you were younger.
oh, definitely. And it's crazy because his parents knew that he did YouTube and all that, but they've never actually watched his videos. So at the memorial, when I ripped his video and put it on I put it at the end of the slideshow,
Hmm.
they were just like blown away, and they were like, "That's my son," and I was like, "That was 100% your son's video. I didn't edit that in any way."
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
they were really like overjoyed by that.
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, man. That's unfortunate. Shit like that happen, especially to good people.
Yeah, we were actually planning a cross country trip um to Canada and then to Alaska and then down the Pacific coast, and
Oh man, that would have been.
yeah, and we were gonna actually line that up with SEMM,
Oh yeah, that would have been sick.
but yeah, that's not happening now. I mean, I still want to do that trip though,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's gonna suck that the first time I go to SEMM, um, he's not gonna be there. But
yeah.
I mean, with all the crap that's like, my wife lost her job because of the whole situation.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Well, it was her second job, so I mean,
Oh, okay.
it wasn't. We're still good.
That extra play money.
Yeah, exactly. Like our bills are still covered. We just
Yeah.
can't play as much. But
Yeah, yeah. No, I know what you mean.
yeah, so SEMM this year again is a definite no go, unless some miraculous shit happens. But um, yeah, it sucks, man. I really want to kick it with you guys out there.
Yeah, man, it'd be nice to see you out here. It's definitely it's cool to be beyond like obviously outside the partying part, like just hanging out with everybody that you've met and talked to for years. To meet everyone from face to face. Like I don't know, we had Mr. Fish from the UK, Realist Rider came out last year. Like just people from all around the world that you've interacted with, and pretty much become like really good friends without ever even meeting. So face to face, to be able to do that is
So when you actually do meet face to face, it
yeah,
makes everything that much more freaking awesome.
it really does. It's like family, to be honest.
Oh, I know when Bash and Red Bomb went to Atlanta,
Hmm.
bro, we like when I finally met them in person, like I knew what Red Bomb looked like because of private hangouts, but
Yeah.
I didn't know what Bash looked like. But um when we met in person, bro, it was just instant freaking connection, just
Yep. Yep.
automatically talking shit to each other.
Yeah.
That
I
good
think that's
times.
the best thing about SCM is meeting fans is awesome. Hanging out, drinking with everybody who wants to drink with you is awesome. But
Oh hell yeah.
being like being able to actually hang out with everyone you talk to online and have made these friendships with is huge.
Yeah, I know. Red was talking shit because um, I had a long ass layover in LAX, and he's like, "Dude, I'm fucking pissed. You should have hit me up." But it was like 1 or 2 in the morning till like freaking 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, "Dude, I'm not gonna have you driving or ride an hour or so." You know, at
Oh, that's nothing, man. You would have done it.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's that's just how I am. Like there'll be another time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess if I can't make SCMM, I want to at least, if I ever find myself, like, I want to make a Cali trip, just to Cali,
Yeah.
because I've been wanting to go to Cali for a long time. It's been a long time since I've been there, so um, I would
Well,
definitely set something up with you guys.
October, man, that's your month. That's when you want to be in Southern California. That's a beautiful time. The first
mean,
time I ever went out to ride motorcycles with Suburban Delinquent, and I stayed at his house, it was October, man, and the weather was absolutely perfect.
yeah.
There was one day I got a little bit too much sun. I can't get a lot of direct sunlight. It makes me sick.
Oh damn!
I can be in the heat, but I just can't have a lot of just sun beating on my bare skin. And the day we went out on his boat, I kind of got a little sick. But other than that, man, the sun, the weather, everything was perfect, man. October. I always keep telling myself, I'm going to go back in October. I'm going to go back in October. And I always end up out there in August for SCMM.
Yeah, one of these days I'll go. I'm actually trying to plan another trip to Hawaii, so um, but I want to make sure I spend at least 2 days in Cali before I fly out to Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened quite a bit where people just pop in Cali and hit someone up, and we end up doing something like Squid with Gear was here for school one day. Like he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be here this week for school," and um, he's like, oh, "I'll have whatever time after school our event." So fucking went, scooped him up, took him out, went to the beach, hung out, and did just bullshitted, man. Dank Willie came down for LA to SD. And, I mean, people just pop in, and it's like, all right, let's do something, let's make it happen. Like, 'cause you got to think the chance, like, it doesn't happen often, so it's always cool, take go out of our way to hang out with someone that you haven't really been able to hang out with in person.
Yeah, definitely. I actually Squidward Gear was freaking really heard about the whole situation with Jay because like he actually had spent a few nights at Jay's house.
Hmm.
He came into town and he was freaking devastated. He's a cool dude. I like Squidward
Yeah, he's
Gear.
cool. Yeah, yeah. That's the first time I think I met him. I think that's the only time I met him that I recall. He just hit me up and he was in town. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's go fucking go grab a couple drinks, go do stuff. So, but yeah, man, that'd be cool. Whenever you make it, just let us know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was like I landed in LAX. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I needed to get. I basically had a plan where, I needed to sleep at certain hours to
Yeah.
compensate for the 6 hour time difference between South Florida or Florida and Hawaii time. So, it worked out. It would have been a pleasure to meet, all you guys, but at the same time, like, I would have felt like shit if one of
Yeah,
you guys would
tired.
have wrecked,
Oh man.
2 in the morning just to see me. But yeah, I mean, I'm doing good. I had a video planned for my channel because it's been a long ass time since I posted anything, and unfortunately, my comeback video is gonna be freaking bad news.
Yeah.
That does suck.
Yeah. So once I get his bike back together, I'm gonna go for a test ride, make sure it's running good before his parents decide to sell it. And
That's what I was gonna ask. Are those bikes paid off or?
yeah, no, Jay, he never financed anything. He always saved up, and
Nice. All right, that's good.
yeah.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, I need to. I need to get back on a more frequent posting schedule on my channel.
Oh yeah, I'm
haven't
the same way, man.
I'm like posting like one video every 2 weeks, and I'm starting to get close to 10,000 subs. Actually, I only need like 400 and something to go. But you can't get them if you don't post videos.
Exactly. I almost hit 16,000.
Damn, nice.
And I'm at like 14,700 now, just because I haven't been posting anything.
I'm the same way, man. Lately, I've been getting this house thing set up, and I've been stressed like crazy. So, I haven't had time to sit down and edit. Like, I have 2 videos that I have to make, and I
still
just
have one.
haven't had time.
I got one of your videos in my watch later list still from like a week ago. I haven't had a chance to watch it. The stunt show vid.
Oh, you know what happened with that? I just wanted to put something up. I was at the stunt show and I was doing an Instagram live, and I'm like, why am I doing Instagram? I should do this on YouTube. So I switched over, and then like there was like 4 minutes of the stunt show left, and so
okay.
I ended up just kind of walking around talking a little bit. Just I was like, man, I should have just done this on YouTube, made a little video out of it. But it was mainly just because I haven't posted anything and been so busy. So, but as soon as I get this house, man.
So so fill us in. What's the status of all that? What's going on? Do you have an actual house? I know you got approved.
Yeah, no. I have a house that I showed it last week. I'll bring up some pictures right now.
Okay,
but
yeah, because it's been a couple weeks since I've been able to, 2 or 3 weeks since I've been able to hang out. So I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, we picked the house, and escrow is supposed to close on Wednesday. Tomorrow, everyone's going to hang out tomorrow with Red, but I got the notary person's coming in tomorrow, like 8 in the morning. So we're gonna do all the paperwork, and it's just been a headache. Like I've had so much trouble trying to, because I'm using my 401k to,
Oh, you're drawing against it, yeah.
Yeah, and for some reason, getting the money, they've made it such a hassle. It was just
because you haven't paid any of the taxes on it yet.
On the 401k?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't have to. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to?
No.
You spend it on a house.
Yeah, because I'm using it for a house.
I did not know that.
So all I have to do is pay myself back with interest, and then that's it. But no, since it's considered an investment, it doesn't get taxed.
Nice.
So I actually pulled out about $5,000 more than I needed because I have nothing. Like I don't have anything because when we've been moving around with my sister, I got rid of everything. I gave everything away. So pulled out extra for buying a fridge and all that other fun stuff that needs to happen.
Yep, you'll need a refrigerator and a
stove. I bought one this weekend, and because it was a
washer and dryer.
Memorial weekend, I was like, "Oh, sales." So here, let me.
And that water bill when you fill up the pool.
It's already full.
Oh shoot, you got a pool. You went full tilt, man.
Oh yeah, I'll show you right now. Hold on, let me. Trying to do this without sharing the link here.
I thought about doing that, but my brother has a pool at his house and my dad has a pool at his house, and I don't want. Oh, that's
All right.
nice, dude.
Oh, let me.
I just don't want to deal with the maintenance of a pool. That's my only thing.
Or paying somebody else to maintain it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so this is the pool in the backyard. It's a pebble pool, so it looks kind of green.
Heck yeah, dude, that's
So-
awesome.
Yeah, all tile. We wanted a house that we didn't really have to do too much maintenance in, and
Yeah, tiles.
this kitchen was what really we were like a pool, and then this kitchen's fucking pretty dope.
That's totally awesome.
So hopefully, by this next weekend, we'll be moving in. Hopefully, everything works out.
That is
And
awesome, dude.
the kids go on vacation. Wednesday's their last day, so they'll have a summer to enjoy the pool.
Today was the last day here, so.
Oh, was it?
Mhm.
Yeah, mine too. Same here.
Well, that is cool. Congratulations. That's a very nice spread you found yourself there.
Yeah, 300,000.
Yeah, that's way more than I paid for mine. But you got
That's half the price.
What's your square footage?
The livable space is 2014, I think, and then the property, the actual entire property, is 7,400 some square feet.
Okay, yeah, you've got a lot more property, and you got like 400 more square feet than I do. So, but I bought this house in 1996 during an oil bust in West Texas, so I freaking stole it.
Yeah, you got came up, huh?
Yeah, I paid $39 a square foot.
Oh, nice. Huh? Yeah. So with all that going on, and it's just been, I just been too stressed to sit down and edit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Like, I'm at the point now where, you know, I see myself looking back at my old videos. I'm like, you know what? If I don't do it for anyone else, I do it for my own documentation.
Thanks, Silver Surfer.
Well,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's the same way for me, man. That's what I like to do. I like to have just a video diary of my motorcycle rides. It's just so awesome to be able to go back and look back on that stuff now over, the Memorial Day weekend was my 4th year anniversary of turning my channel into a motor vlogging type channel. And so I'm officially in my 5th year as a quote unquote moto vlogger. I don't know if we call it that anymore, but whatever.
Yeah, I've gone on 2 vacations, like legit, like vacations, and I documented them both. One was a trip with my family. I took them up to Grand Canyon, and then we went to Reno, hung out with Goat for like half a week, and I did that was like the first time I did like a vlogging type thing, and I'm so glad I did it. Like I like being able to go back and like watch that stuff, and like it's just awesome. And then the Seattle trip, same thing, man. That it's just really cool to have that documented, because your memory kind of, you don't remember everything as clear, and to have video to go back and look at, like, oh, I remember that. Oh yeah, that it's pretty awesome.
Yep. And that's my problem, is I don't document enough. Like, I really need to like get the ball rolling with that.
Yeah. I'd kind of like to do more like normal vlogs, like with off the bike too, and mix it up a little bit. I think I find doing that is really fun. Or mixing up vlogs where you're doing some vlogging, some biking,
Right.
It's really fun. Like when we do the IMS show, when they come down and we do that, usually it's like a vlog and moto vlog, and then do vlogging while you're in there, and they're just fun to edit.
Oh,
Different.
definitely.
It's just way different editing a vlog than on a bike.
Yep.
Golly, you mentioned Goat, and so I went to go check his channel out. I'm still subscribed and everything, but he hasn't posted a video since 2016.
No, I think he's done, man.
Yeah.
After
who was
that
that?
last accident. Go Father.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah. After that last accident.
Well, he had
that was
another
pretty
baby
bad.
too. So
Yeah, and the baby.
yeah.
It puts a lot of things in perspective too. So I haven't even talked to him since ever. So
Yeah, it's been a while. Like the last time I heard from him was when his bike caught on fire. I guess I think it's his last accident.
yep, he hit a rock in the middle of the road.
That guy always had the worst luck at just random bad things happening to him on a motorcycle.
Yeah, super cool dude though.
Oh, super cool. Yeah.
So, but it's I don't know. YouTube's definitely it's been good. Met a lot of people do it. Pretty much, I don't. As I said, pretty much all my like main friends are all I met through YouTube. Now,
Yeah,
all my
same here.
Like I don't think I have any like legit friends that don't do YouTube, which is kind of funny. Like everyone I talked to before, and I think that part goes to like also if you have when you start riding and then you have friends that don't ride, and all you want to do is ride. So like every weekend you're like, oh, they're like, oh, let's go do this. I'm like, no, but I'm gonna go ride.
Yep. Well, now like Jay was the only dude that pretty much I rode with. So, I have another buddy that lives local. We didn't hang out as much, but he hung out with Jay a lot. So, I'm gonna make an effort to hang out with him more because he's like devastated. He rides too, so
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to ride with people in my county because 9 times out of 10 they just run from cops and all that crap. Like they don't like. I like to take a nice leisure ride around places, and like all the hoon stuff. I do it during meetups, but when it comes to like riding around here, it's literally a grid. All the streets are grids, so you really can't do much anyway. So, we don't have those canyon roads and shit. So, so riding out here, it's you're either running from cops or
you're preaching to the choir, man. I know all about those straight, boring roads out here, man.
Yeah,
long, flat. This area I live in is flat as a dime, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like that's why road tripping has been like really big for me because if I can't ride in my city, well, I'm gonna go to another city or state. So
I can dig that. Oh man, so many. I'm just thinking about a couple of things. Number one, how many? And now I'm going through all my subscriptions and looking at all the content creators that don't create content anymore. And it's just a litany of them that haven't posted in 6 months or a year and a half or 2 years. And then, so just over the past 4 years, I was looking back on how many people we've lost. The loss of Chief Jay kind of brings that thought back up of just how many people we've lost for whatever reason, not just to motorcycle accidents or whatever, but to suicide and to other accidents or sickness. Florida rider comes to mind or off the top of my head. Yep. It's funny how, when I first got into doing this, into becoming part of a community of like an online community, motovlogging, motorcycle videos, this genre was my first and only real experience with that, except for like online forums, like message forums,
right.
And that sort of thing, which is a completely different deal than this because, doing live streams and hangouts and watching each other's videos and all that kind of stuff. So when I first started out, I never could have sort of conceptualized the full humanity of it. And, it sort of becomes manifest in when we lose people, I guess, is kind of part of it. But, I also didn't think I'd be doing this 4 years later.
I know
I
exactly.
thought my channel would take off, and then I would continue to do it, or if it never took off, I'd just quit. But my channel never took off, but then I never quit. So I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with me.
Well, I remember a while ago you were like, "This is gonna be my last video."
Yeah, I was thinking about it for a while, but man, I'll tell you, that's another thing. Going back to the humanity of this, is that one of the things that kept me in it and keeps me making videos is that people just freaked out whenever I said, "Hey, I'm thinking about, man, I may go ahead and hang this up," and everybody's like, "No." There's a couple hundred people out there that for some reason they like my watching my stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I'm still averaging, 1,000, 2,000 views a video, somewhere around in there. So it's worth it. Britt kind of put that in perspective for me too. But he said, if we had 1,000 people or more at every show we played, you would be thrilled. We'd all be thrilled. He said, you got a steady 1,000 people watching your videos, and sometimes more. You should be proud of that. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm being a whiny little bitch about it. So that kind of gave me some act right and straightened up my attitude about it. And I just went back to just having fun with it. And now I just have fun. I don't worry about subs. I don't worry about views. I don't worry about, in a couple of views back, I had a video that were just randomly out of nowhere got 10,000 views. And I was like, see,
nice.
that's the kind of cool stuff that happens when you stop worrying about it.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I'm way past trying to setting any kind of ridiculous or stupid goals with my YouTube channel. I'm just have fun with it. Just have fun with life.
You know what? You know what's fun? This Mexican pizza.
Straight up Mexican pizza time.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I had one of these.
Yeah, I know when I used to post every week, and then it turned to once a month. And one thing I learned is that not everyone's going to comment on your video, and you never know who's watching your stuff. And I'd get messages and comments on my videos like, dude, I haven't seen a video from you in a while. So it's like, you never know who's watching. If I guess you just look at people who comment, and it's like, you really never know. When people randomly comment saying, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, like, they're watching your stuff, even although they don't comment on every video. It's like you said, like, even if you have 500 views, consistent views, like, that's still a lot of people that watch your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And ultimately, like, I mean, I'm only at 15,000 because of one video, but before that I had about 1,500 to 2,000 subscribers, like organic subscribers. And you know what I mean? It's just people will still watch your stuff even if they don't comment, and it's something that they look forward to. And that's one thing that I've been lacking on, is actually producing any content for my loyal subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things that I've noticed is that's changing on my channel is analytics wise, is that fewer and fewer people are watching on a computer. They're all
tablets and cell phones.
They're watching on tablets and cell phones and televisions, like through Roku and that sort of thing. So, and then I'm getting all these subscriptions for finally 4 years later. I'm starting to get where the majority of my subscriptions every month are not content creators. It's just cool. Viewers. Yeah. And, in the beginning, boy, I thought that trading subs was going to cause my channel to blow up, but I figured out that shit is not the case. Because if I'm perfectly honest, man, I mean, the plus side of it was that I did find a lot of channels that I like and that I still watch and that I made friends and still have friends. And, so in that sense, it was good. But at the same time, man, there was a lot of channels that were just absolutely shitty channels that I never watched. And I was just trading subs. And then I realized that a good portion of those people, they weren't really interested in watching my channel. They just wanted me to sub to their channel. And that kills your channel because you got all these subscribers and nobody's watching your videos because your first of your first 1,000 subscribers, a couple hundred of them or more are people who aspire to be content creators themselves. It's channel analytic suicide is what it is.
Yep.
And so I still, every once in a while, will get somebody who will subscribe to my channel, and I'll see they're a content creator, and I'll go look at their stuff, and it's horrible. And then I'll get, I'll post a video the next week or a couple of weeks later, and they're like, "Hey, man, I noticed you haven't subbed back to me. I subbed to you. That's how we do this." And I'll straight up tell them. And in fact, I even posted it to Instagram one time. I told them straight up, I said, if that's what you're here for, go ahead and unsubscribe now and move on with your life. I don't trade subs anymore.
Yep.
And I wanted to go on and give them the full speech about how you're making a huge mistake by thinking that trading subs is going to cause your channel to grow. So
Yeah,
it's funny how we did all that in the beginning and how it's all changed and how you kind of look back in retrospect and go, "Oh, dude, that was stupid."
Well, I mean, I was talking to my buddy today about that. You have sub for sub. Like back in the day when YouTube started, you can get Firefox and auto refresh and get freaking, 50,000 views on all your videos, and then they finally realized, oh shit, like that same IP address is what's causing all these views. Then they capped it at 300, and then people were doing the auto refresh up to 301. And then YouTube was like, well, you know what? Let's not count the views. Let's do the watch time. So that's kind of like what changed the whole thing of YouTube.
Yeah. Sub D had a conversation with his YouTube rep not too long ago, maybe about a year ago. And they were saying that they are constantly changing algorithms and how analytics drive suggestions and all that. And you're exactly right. In the beginning, watch time didn't really matter at all. A view was a view. And then, so they start, over time. I mean, they've done good things and they've done bad things over the last couple of years. I can see why a lot of people have quit, just because it's become impossible to grow a channel anymore. And it has become impossible to make money anymore. The YouTube gold rush is over. And, you even got the big channels just begging, for other ways to make money, trying to up their merch sales, or they've gotten Patreons, or, you name it. They're just trying to survive at this point because it's gotten so hard to get paid on YouTube.
That's kind of become universal. Like I actually just saw industry music producers are actually selling their beats like independently. And like back in the day, that would have never happened. Like these guys would go and they'll sell their beats for like $1 million. And now they're selling beat leases for like $30.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like, it sucks for me because, like, that's what I do, or that's what I'm trying.
Well, look at all the content creators on YouTube in the music library who are doing all that work and for just a small fraction of revenue from every video it gets used in.
Yep.
It's the same thing. In general, anything creative it's becoming virtually impossible to make a good living anymore. One of the reasons I shut down my creative services business last year was because I can't compete with Fiverr. If somebody wants a corporate logo package that I'm going to charge $2,000 for, but some guy in India will do it for $35. It's the writing's on the wall,
Yep.
So the proliferation of the technology combined with the internet and e-commerce and the global economy have basically anything creative people want for free. They want their movies for free. They want their music for free. They want everything for free online.
Yep.
The way they look at it, they pay their monthly internet bill. Everything should be free past it.
If you want to make money on YouTube now, it's still about having the size, but then once you have the audience, then it's really about sponsorships, merchandise, and doing things like that.
And I don't want to go that route. I don't want my channel to be a fucking commercial for all this shitty gear that's being peddled. Hey, buy my jacket that was made by an 8-year-old Chinese kid, but it has my name on it. It smells like rice and sorrow when you open the box, but buy my signature crap from China. I don't want my channel to be that. It's peddling cheap, shitty gear and reviewing cheap, shitty gear is cheap and shitty.
Yeah,
in
like
my
I mean,
opinion. I don't want my channel to be like that. I can understand doing it once in a while, but there's some of these channels have gone to every other video is a gear review. Every other one, or every other one have, you can see the product placement is so blatant. It's like it's so I just can't deal with that, man. It just makes me sick past a certain point.
it's like this is the best teeth whitener ever. And honestly, man, you know damn well that's bullshit. They've never used that product in their life. Yeah. They just took a picture of the thing in their mouth. It was like, I've been using this for years. No, you haven't. You just got paid to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
But what gets me is the mid-roll ads. Like, I watched a video the other day and had like 20 of the yellow bars on the timeline. I'm like, God, Lee, like, are you that desperate? I mean, my first year on YouTube, I made enough to barely buy a Red Bull. And then the next year was awesome, but I made, I don't know, $100 that year. But I mean, if someone's gonna get turned off by an ad on my video, I'm just gonna turn the shit off.
Yeah, I've only had one of the 4 years since I monetized my channel. I've only had 1 year where I got a 1099.
Damn.
It's been less than $600 a year.
Yeah.
Otherwise, but right close, like 500 plus bucks a year, and that's what it was last year. I didn't quite make $600 off my channel, so whatever.
Well, I didn't make a lot because after a while I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna shut monetization off completely. And with the whole new YouTube 4,000 or 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours, I'm like, that doesn't affect me at all because I shut my monetization off anyway. So, I mean, extra money is good, but like I said, if I'm not gonna have them yellow bars on my videos, and I don't want someone to get discouraged because of an ad. So,
well, I'll tell you this. Here's where I am on that. This is just me personally. I do not mind watching a pre-roll at all. Especially if it's somebody whose videos I really like and I know it's making the money. I always make sure I'll watch a pre-roll.
Oh, definitely.
But few things piss me off more and are more fucking irritating than when they insert 2 or 3 more videos in the middle of the video and the video just randomly cuts out and it plays an ad.
Yeah, that pisses me off. That like pre-roll. That's I'm
I better
100% on board.
But let me tell you something. I better really like a channel and really like a content creator to even put up with that. Because sometimes you can't skip them. You've got to watch them.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Those the non-skippable ones are I think more rare unless you're a big channel.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you're right.
The good thing about the non-skippable ones is they're only like 5 seconds, or less than 10 seconds. But I know, like, I'll skip through somebody's video if I see the yellow bar, because if you
skip through, sometimes you can go back to the beginning. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But like you said though, if it's someone that I know that could use the money off that channel, that's like their lifeline or livelihood, whatever, I'll watch it. But if it's just like a random YouTube video that I'm watching, I'll skip through.
I'll skip through, or I'll back out at that point.
Right.
And here the reason that it bothers me, the reason that it's irritating to me is the way it's done. It's like you get all immersed in watching this video, and then just totally randomly, like out of nowhere, bang, an ad. It's like complete suspension of the reality that you were in, or you're bang back to instant reality after you were getting all immersed and interested in this video. Like there's no transition to the ad, no bumper going to or from the ad to kind of prepare you for, an ad's coming. It's just a random, like a shotgun going off. Oh, here's an ad right in your fucking face, right in the middle of the video. Gosh, damn, I hate that.
New question. Do they let you pick where in your video the ad should be?
I do not know the answer to that. Okay.
Yeah, I think they do.
So when I have a video that's 15, 20 minutes, I always put one ad somewhere in the middle.
How do you time it? But how do you time it though?
When you go to your ad section, there's an insert button, and then it has a preview option, so you can figure out where you want to place the ad. So when I do it, I am kind of an asshole because when I know something's interesting that's going to happen in the video, obviously, I kind of let it play just enough, and then I hit the ad. So that it makes
little
you
cliffhanger.
fuckface.
yeah. So someone's like, oh fuck, all right, I'll watch it. I want to see what
You
happens.
son of a bitch.
I don't think
It's in marketing.
accurate though.
That's all it is, marketing.
I mean,
Accurate because like I'll watch Josh's videos where he kind of leads up to where you can tell there's going to be an ad coming because it kind of goes, but then the ad starts like 15 seconds before
yep.
he's done with his sentence.
It's not like 100% accurate when you're trying to place your ad,
Yeah.
but
It seems like if you're going to do that, my suggestion would be to put a bumper in there. Just put a bumper in before, and then have some dead air in there to kind of compensate for where it backs it up.
Right.
And that way, after the ad's through playing, then it goes back to your logo or whatever, back to the Ghost Ninja channel or whatever, and you pick up where you left off.
Mhm. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like
A little
that
more professional.
announcer
Right.
voice, be like,
I'm just gonna be like, after these messages, we'll be right back, and then put in the commercial in.
Some Saturday morning goodness right there.
I only do those when I make a longer video because like right now YouTube's thing is videos longer than 10 minutes. That's what they want.
Yeah, they want longer videos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or a few years ago it was like 5-minute videos. Boom, 5-minute videos, 5-minute videos. That's what it was. It was pushing people. So, but it's hard. It's more work now trying to hit that 10-minute mark. You know.
Well,
No,
people
definitely.
don't watch the whole 10 minutes. Like mine,
Mhm.
apparently, from my peer group, what I gathered, people watch about 48% of my videos, or 48% of the video on average. And just about everybody you talk to says they're lucky if they hit 20 or 30.
So this is where YouTube analytics comes in, because what you should be doing is going back to your analytics and seeing in all your videos where is it dropping, and see what you're doing at that time when the drop happens and try to change it. So I used to have a problem where people would drop off at the beginning of the video, like right away. So
Like,
then I
right
started.
intro.
Yeah, so I started doing that little. I don't know how many videos you watch, but I do that little kind of music and a little kind of an overview of what the day is going to be like, but with music and whatever. And then that made the change, so people don't drop off right off the beginning. And then you just figure, and then you just work it. I mean, it's not perfect, but that's how you use those analytics. Is you use that to figure out what. I mean, I hate to say it, but what you're doing wrong. It's us that's making. You're the reason. I'm the reason why people drop off. Wherever it is, something that we're doing is people aren't enjoying, and you figure out what that is or what's missing in where they typically drop off, and you work towards fixing that section. And it's just an endless game where you do it over and over again.
Well, same thing was happening to me, and my problem was my intro, and the word intro is introduction, and my intro was in the beginning of the video. That was killing me. So I started doing the intro after like 30 seconds or a minute.
Right.
And that was more appealing to people. So I'd say something like you said, like you would throw in an ad right when you're leading up to something good. I would just roll in my intro. So I've already brought in like an introduction to the climax of the whole video, and then my intro pulls up.
The cold opening. I use cold openings almost every time on my videos because it helps. The two things that helped me to get longer view times that I can tangibly look back on and say, yeah, that worked, was the first thing is doing cold openings. And then after that, from the cold opening to the titles, the title graphics, shortening the length of the title graphics. Never more than 10 seconds. I've got one that's 5 seconds and one that's 10 seconds, and I go back and forth between the two, and they seem to work really fine. Now, in the early days, 2014, 2015, I had these really long intros that were like 20 seconds long.
Yeah.
And that's a huge mistake. And I still see it today. I watched a pretty new moto vlogging channel. By the way, God bless anybody who's trying to start a fucking moto vlogging channel right now.
What up?
Rough.
Oh my gosh, man. But I noticed that people are still doing that, like 30-second intros. I'm like, dude, nobody's gonna watch that every single time.
Yeah, my first one was like 30 seconds. I think I cut it back to 10.
Well, what I started doing after a while was I would animate my thumbnail. So I would basically start talking, and then I would throw in this animation where there would be no like pause to the actual video. So it'll basically be my thumbnail that kind of pops up and the title of the video. Meanwhile, while that's happening, you can still hear my voice and you can still hear my bike, and you can still kind of see the video. So like the intro, there was never a pause. Like
yeah, it's contiguous.
Right, and I would just throw that in there, and that was really appealing to people because they didn't have to take a 15 to 30-second break for a fucking intro. And so that seemed to work out for me too after a while. But like, it gets to a point where
Jake, check Super Faggot Force. You have a link.
So it's like, unless you're a huge YouTuber, like if you're just whatever, like intros don't even matter.
Yeah.
It's such a
some of the biggest channels have no graphics or intros or outros or anything.
Yep.
It's just the dude turns his camera on and says, "Hey, you guys ever watch Musty One? Oh my gosh, I love that guy's channel. His name's Darren. He's a guy who can make any engine run. Like he'll take a VW Beetle or an old motorcycle that's been sitting in a dirt pile for 30 years, and 10 minutes into the video, he has it running.
Damn.
The dude's amazing. And he uses absolutely nothing as far as intro music, intro graphics, outro graphics, transitions, nothing, man. It's just one jump cut to the next. Hey guys, how's it going? Here's the piece of shit we're going to make run like brand new today. And man, people love it. His channel's growing like crazy, and it's the most minimal production ever you've ever seen.
That reminds me of Hickok 45.
Oh yeah, I love that dude.
Like it's just straight up, all right, I'm gonna shoot this today, and that's pretty much
I'm sure unfortunately I'm sure his channel's taking a major hit.
No, I mean,
with the whole gun. No, I'm talking about in terms of getting paid because of the whole gun.
Yeah, definitely.
Basically demonetizing anything with guns in it.
Well, I think I've seen he's been pretty active lately, so I think YouTube might have made amends with him and said, you can still do this, because he's up there on subscribers and shit. He's very beneficial to YouTube.
Oh yeah. Brings in an older crowd with money.
I just bought myself a new gun, by the way.
Oh, what'd you get?
Nice.
I bought myself another 30-30.
Nice.
My other 30-30, my older 30-30 is set up as a scout rifle, and this one's just set up as a brush gun. That's my favorite round to shoot. So I thought, man, why constantly be changing my one 30-30 around? Just buy another 30-30 and set it up the way I want it. So that's that's the first gun I bought myself in like 6 or 7 years. Yeah.
Damn, it's like guitars. Like you can't just have one.
Oh, dude, that's one thing I've had to wean myself off of, man. I just had to. Plus, I started inheriting my guitars. Like I inherited my grandfather's late 1940s Gibson, and I've just have like too many guitars now. So I've stopped collecting guitars. I haven't bought a guitar since 2013.
Yeah, it's like I only have one, and I can't play the guitar per se, but I'm learning. But there are times where I want to drop tune it, but I don't want to have to keep drop tuning it and then standard tune it and then all that shit.
Get you a Gibson with those auto tuner keys. You can set the computer on the back of the headstock to drop D tuning. You just hit it and you play all the strings and it goes and that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, they call them robot tuners, is what they call them.
I know. I'm probably gonna pick up a guitar from Jay's dad, because Jay had like 6 guitars. He has he just picked up a 7-string not too long ago before he passed.
Too many strings.
Yeah, I mean, but
I'm just kidding.
I like the extra string for the low end.
If you're into playing that kind of music, that's a perfect way to do it. What's up, Jake?
But is there really guitars that will tune themselves?
Yes.
Yes.
Look up Gibson. Look up Gibson robot tuners.
When did this become a thing?
Oh, several
well,
years back.
Yeah, it's an
Okay,
attachment.
well, I mean, like, I haven't really been into guitars for years, so that makes sense.
As
That
the
sounds like some Back to the Future 2 shit,
Yeah.
man.
as
Like,
the
I need to drop D. Although, I mean, really, if you're just dropping D, it should just be a bonk.
right, but
Why do they
the
make
quality
self-tying
of
shoes, then?
musicianship has gone down so bad in recent years that Gibson had to finally make a guitar that would tune itself.
It's
Just
pretty
because most
bad.
guitar players suck ball sack.
Hey, dude, I did
You're
actually
making our
I
guitars
pulled
look
my
bad.
acoustic
Yeah.
out the other night because my wife was like, play the guitar for my little girl. And I was like, oh, God, what can I do? And I pulled it out and was like, I tuned it to whatever I made the first thing.
The key
That's
of
about
J.
right. That was about right. I started jamming out a little
The
bit.
key of Jake.
I was like, yeah. I've got this old fucking classic guitar. I've got an electric somewhere. It's whatever. I don't know. But I got this old classic guitar. Surprisingly will hold you. Sometimes I swear it can sit for like 2-3 years in the case. And I pull it out and it's really close every time. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if like nylon strings just don't stretch or whatever. But because now what they use some kind of weird strings on those things.
Classicals do use nylon strings. Yeah, my classical has nylons on it.
Yeah. I remember it's like the neck's the same width up and down, and the strings sit real high up. And if you play it for a while and then you go to play a normal guitar, it seems really easy. You know? It's
You play an old classical with real high action, and then you go and play a Strat or a Les Paul, and you're like, holy crap, I'm
like
Superman.
I'm like a wannabe Strat, like an old Squire from back in the day. That's my guitar. So, although I did something real dumb, I couldn't figure out where it was, and I realized it's been in the attic for like 3 years. I'm like, oh well, it's fucked. It's like 120 degrees up there in the summer. Good thing it's not an expensive guitar.
You know that neck is warped.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever, dude. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
What were y'all talking about? I'm talking about fucking intros?
Everything and nothing. We've covered so many topics in the last 2 hours, you wouldn't believe it. I'll be right back.
Man, who does intros anymore? That's dumb. I don't do intros.
Yeah, we were talking about analytics, talking about YouTube algorithms, fucking.
You want to know something real old school in moto vlogging? When people actually used to talk about moto vlogging in that sense of it.
Topics.
I used to do this. Well, not that. I used to do this thing at the end of my video. When my video would end, it would pop up, two of my other videos, and they were like clickable,
Oh yeah.
They'd be playing at the same time.
Yeah. And
I was like, apparently, like I didn't even. I mean, I think other YouTube channels did that. I know they did. But they're like,
that.
Jake, you're like the first dude to do that. This is crazy. And then people were there was like weird, salty like shit about like, man, that's just fuck you. Just trying to make more people watch your videos. Like people had like opinions about the silliest weird things because it was just like we were in a weird time where like what's okay and what's not okay. Is it okay to advertise more of your videos at the end of your video?
Oh,
that seems
God.
kind of shitty, man.
Yeah, I used to do that. And then you'd play the audio from one, and then you'd switch to the other one and play the audio on that one for a little bit.
I started with one, and then a bunch of people copied me. So then I said, fuck it. I made it 3 at once with all the audios jammed together. Trying to be kind of like, ooh, we're over the top and crazy.
Well, now they changed. Now they changed to that whole template thing.
I do that. I do that.
Easy.
I do that thing now just because you can do it on mobile. I still
that's the big thing. And you can pick and you can click.
And it's a good way to stretch to that 10-minute 1 second mark because you got to get that pre-roll out.
1 second, yeah. That's what we were talking about. It's like, dude, you got to get 10 minutes,
so
man.
Bad. Did you go look back at like all my videos lately are right at that mark, and it's like, and what it's like, fuck, I feel kind of like a dick about it. But what it is all those videos are actually like 3-4 minutes longer on Patreon. And I'm saying like F words and talking about vaginas and things, and I'm like, well, I can't put that on YouTube anymore. So after I trim all that out, it's hilarious. Like every time I'm like, well, it's like 10 seconds away from being at 10 minutes. So what can we do? What can we stretch? Can I put a little ads somewhere? I'll just do, the outro. The outro. I'm there. Done.
It is what it is. With the new templates and stuff, your outro is basically like a part of your video. So like you really don't need to do an outro because you have that last 20 seconds.
What I do, I'm editing. I'll sometimes put a freeze frame for the last 20 seconds or something. I'll make the music kind of carry.
Sometimes I just get on it real quick on the bike, so you hear the engine and it's just you going, and then the little clips come up. I'm like, whatever.
Are you guys talking specifically about end screens?
Yeah, the templates and the way it used to be.
Yeah, I used to talk about the old school stuff, like how I revolutionized things by putting a video at the end of my videos to click on. Like that was a thing apparently, and I was like, man. And it made some little mini controversies. People used to be mad about me, man. They're like, this guy Jake's just blown up because he's doing these stupid wheelies. He's gonna get someone killed, and I was like, I'm sorry, guys. My bad.
Who would have thought that? If you didn't do wheelies, you were just mediocre.
Nobody did shit like that back then. It was
for
like
real. Now everyone's doing it.
Then you got like Zach goes like, I gotta make it to school in time. Now I'm gonna rip some wheelies. He's just like, fuck, bro, what are you doing? That guy's the craziest, man. I can't believe he hasn't gone to jail. He's just like can you just have videos you're like you're facing them and you're running from the cops all the time and you're like a kid in school. He's funny to watch though.
I almost met him. He was about 30 minutes from my house one time and just the timing wasn't right, but I still don't think he should have done a face reveal.
He's young enough not to fucking. He's just gonna. He don't know anything in life yet. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
He was saying something to me. We was in Texas, and I was like, "Man, it's awesome, dude, but I don't know how like marketable that is, like in the long term." I'm just trying to think for your future, dude, because like, I love it, but where is it?
It's a little early to be going scorched earth.
Yeah, it's like gonna. I don't know, man. But you know, they have fun. There's a bunch of those dudes though now. That's all they're about.
Oh, another one is Dank Willie. I can't believe he did a face reveal.
I liked his face reveal. That was funny.
When I had to go with me and someone who I haven't seen in a while, Rev Bomb, man, we had to go to the airport and pick Dank Willie up. And he didn't. Rev Bomb just picked me up. And we didn't know what Dank Willie looked like. And I said, "Do you know what he looks like?" "I don't know what he looks like." And we're looking around. And this guy walks out, and we just looked at each other like, "That's Dank Willie." It wasn't like he had like his helmet, like you couldn't see his helmet or something. It was like in his bag or whatever. Like it was just like, that's got to be the guy. I was like, dang.
Yeah, and I remember the first time I met Dank was in the Tampa meetup that Salt the Wound was holding, and dude, no one knew who he was there except for like 2 people, and then like it's insane, like everyone knows who he is now. He's a really cool dude though. I hung out with him a couple times.
Yeah, we hung out a lot in California, and then he came to the Dallas meet. That was cool, man. I can't believe he took that stunt bike on the supermoto ride. That was a bad idea.
Oh man,
told him he could.
That's funny.
We said, you can't bring a sport bike to the ride, but Dank, you can bring that stunt bike. It'll be okay. Oh, well, like that was. Of course, it's not going to be okay. We knew. He knew better. I just didn't think he'd really do it. He did it.
Yeah. I was surprised he came down to the LA to SD meetup. He hit me up. He's like, "I'm coming." I'm like, "Oh, really? All right, sweet."
Yeah, that dude. He gets around, man.
I was just gonna say that he gets around.
He went to the Miami MLK ride, and like that's one of those rides that, like, you really don't want to be a part of, and 99% of it is like 4-wheelers and dirt bikes, and that's when he got his bike towed.
Oh man, those kind of rides, dude. I know we get like. I also like weird telling people don't be too hooligan, because when we get hooligan on rides, I do. But it's like, man, when it starts being quads and dirt bikes and just that kind of madness, I'm like, yeah, that's just going to the next level that I'm not trying to be about, like that's what everyone, the kids do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll just watch some of those Bike Life Kid videos. I'm like, God, these guys are good. This is crazy, but I
Yeah,
I worry what that's going to do to legislation down the road. And
Well, I
yeah.
mean, you saw what happened to our ride. Our ride got fucked by the police.
At least none of us got run off the road by the CHP.
Yeah, oh, that's true. I mean, they had the military involved with that whole operation. Like the
Yeah.
CHP, the San Diego Police Department, Highway Patrol, and the military were all involved.
And
That's
the
why they had
CIA was
helicopter
flying
out. They had
airplanes.
drones. They had I don't know how many helicopters they had out there, and they had drones out there. I was like, this is
wait, when the military has drones, those are the ones that kill you, right? Like,
oh, I don't know.
Predator drones.
They were flying drones around our ride, and fucking helicopters were following every single bike that left. It was stupid, man. I was
Yeah, we could tell exactly where you guys were at because we could see the helicopter circling above you.
yeah, exactly.
or like a stunt ride or something. You know?
Yeah, well, there was a few stunt rides that went pretty bad, like a couple months before our event, and so then I was actually talking to South Bay yesterday, and they had just talked to the CHP like a couple weeks ago, and we're like, because it kind of fucked them over too, because we were hosting the event at a big dealership, and so all of a sudden there's fucking police closing down the freeway to the dealership. Their employees were getting pulled over while they were doing test rides on their bikes that they were working on. They were getting tickets, and they were like, they told them that basically they were forced into doing it as a show of force.
Wow.
And I was like, it was pretty stupid.
Well, it's like I don't know, there's so much weird shit with that. Like, you know, the one that gets me is when they can be like, you didn't apply for like an event permit or something. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
what level does it have to be at? And it's like, I mean that to me that feels like goes against like the Constitution or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tim's smart and he can probably understand what I'm getting at, but it seems like, aren't we allowed to assemble as people somewhere? Like, at what point do you have to say, okay, now you have to get a permit, and the permits are so fucky because they can deny them, like just because they want to, you know, like, no, you can't get
I've
together.
heard of cities being such assholes that they like make kids file for a permit to open lemonade stands.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen that.
That's LA.
So, I mean, that being said,
What got me about our event is it's not like we were hiding it. It was getting blasted everywhere and it was posted everywhere. And then like my name and Bash's name are all over it as a host. So, and you know, it's not hard to find us, you know? And so I was like,
right. No. I wonder the same thing. It's like, hell, publicly posting it, who's to say they don't fucking sit there waiting for it?
well, that's the thing is my thing was like, okay, if you guys were so concerned, why would you just not reach out and say,
Right,
hey,
ahead of
we have
time.
questions or, you know, what's going on or understanding? Because they knew the entire route that we had. And like, so they had the freeway shut down at South Bay. And then when we left at the end of the night, and we had to, the idea was to ride to Dave and Buster's. We got to Dave and Buster's, and the parking lot was completely full of fucking cops.
Yep. Isn't that
So
where
they were-
Red got his ticket?
And that's
Yeah.
stupid. Why not call you and say, we have concerns on this incredibly large ride. We need to
Or
find
say-
a safe way to do it, or we're not going to let you.
Or
And
say,
that's exactly
hey,
right.
can we embed a couple of motorcycle cops with you guys?
Yeah, or even
Solved.
That's true, yeah.
they could have just given us an escort, and they would have saved a lot of money. Because I'm sure flying helicopters and freaking 100 police officers and
Isn't cheap.
and the drones. I don't know. I've always been
That
curious
is a really
how
good
much money
way
did
to
they
look
spend?
at it. If they would have just touched base and got together with you, they could have saved a lot of money.
Yep.
Well, then it's the news spinned it so bad, like we were
Yeah.
out knocking mirrors off patrol cars and shit.
Yeah, they were using
The news
footage
always
from other-
spends it terribly bad.
Yeah, they were using footage from other events, and then they were calling us. They were calling us a gang. They're like this gang. I was like,
Do you remember when they did the news report on the one I did?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That also had a bunch of stuff from the stunt ride the weekend before.
that's what they did to
And
us.
then they took a few clips of B-Rad, and then they took also probably like those old men, those old gay guys coming back up from California.
Oh,
Remember
we were
those guys?
so concerned.
Those guys,
Someone was gonna
those
get
guys were
hurt.
on that was during the stunt ride.
Yeah. They used footage from when a stunt ride shut down the freeway. They used that for us, and I was like, that's so stupid. None of that happened.
Yeah,
Salty,
our
right,
liars.
it was like
hectic
the
itself,
San Diego
but,
police were getting ready to invade Tijuana.
it's just I don't know. I guess because they just keep having these like like we were just saying, like these where you get these mass bikes going out doing stunt things and all this other shit. So I guess they just assume every time they go out now they're like, what the fuck, man?
They're
we
always
gotta
on the
stop this shit.
lookout. They're hyper vigilant about a motorcycle flash mob type situation, is what it is.
Well,
Yeah.
but they weren't even busting. They were busting people for like stupid
Yeah.
shit, like having your hill lights too.
So here's the best example. Some girl showed up on her bike, right? And she saw everything that was happening, and she knew she was going to get a ticket. So she called her boyfriend. Her boyfriend showed up with a truck. They put the bike in the back of the truck, and they left with the truck. And she got pulled over, and they gave her a ticket for her bike.
What?
And the bike was in the back of the fucking truck.
Wow.
Is
And I
that
bet-
something you think like that?
What was
they
that
can't
ticket
actually
for?
hold up, but it's like they can. It's like they think
I
they
think it
do.
was. I think it was missing reflectors on her bike.
It was
In the back of a truck?
In the back of a truck.
People over for.
It wasn't on the road, so
But see, I think the thing again with stuff like that is they like, yeah, you could probably go to court and get that fucking dismissed. Like that's
Oh,
so
yeah.
stupid, but they know it. Like they're just screwing you right then and there. Like they're
Yep.
they're making it. Like I
Hard.
feel like they do that stuff just to make it hectic on you.
That's exactly what the whole goal of
Now
it
you got to go on your time and like try to fix their stupid fuck up, and they're not going to get in any trouble for it. You know, it's like, oh,
And they didn't let up for at least a week and a half, 2 weeks. It was just constant bikes getting pulled over. I met up with Sub D a couple weeks afterwards, and he goes, "How does it feel being the founder of the West Coast Ride of the Century?" I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
That's funny. I mean, I guess the police look at it like it's a non-moving violation, and that's kind of how they can get away with it, but it's still bullshit.
Dallas, right? I think outside of like Ride of the Century was one of the biggest lately out here. The one we just did.
I feel like it's almost
There's
like a
over 5,
misuse
6
of
bikes,
resources
but-
because instead of touching base with you and saying, look, we need to find a safe way for this to happen and fighting real crime, they are wasting their time handing out bullshit fake tickets that can be fought in court. Yeah, sure, it wastes your time, but there's actual real crime happening someplace else.
Well, it comes down to CHP being bored on a weekend and having nothing to do.
Yep. Well, I know when we had one of the Atlanta meetups, the local police actually touched base with Chase, and so they gave us a police escort. So they gave us one cop, and the cop was so like fanboying on everyone's bikes. He's like taking selfies. He's taking selfies with everyone's bikes, and it was cool. You know what I mean? Like we had a police escort and shit, and people were still doing wheelies because the cops in the front escorting, and
Couldn't see that far back.
exactly. You know what I mean? And it was just so much easier that way that the cops were on board and people were still doing wheelies, and it's just I don't know what they do in California, but
Well, it's funny because we knew. I knew like 2 days before the event. I got like 5 messages from different people, and all of them were like, "Hey, I have friends as the cops. Just be aware that they're gonna fucking crack down on you guys and blah blah blah." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Whatever." Like, it's the internet. I don't know who these people are. And then I went in to like finalize the details, how the vendors were going to be there, all that stuff was. And then the dealer, the dude that I talked to at the dealership, he pulled me aside and he goes, "Look, the cops came in here. They're going to have helicopters. They're going to have the military. They're going to have." And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
yeah,
I was like,
the internet doesn't lie.
"Yeah, I guess."
You're
I
like,
couldn't believe
you're
it.
after the wrong biker gang. We just
So,
got a
like,
bunch of GoPros, motherfuckers.
Is this like is this ruined it now where you can't do it again?
So they were kind of hesitant of hosting us again, but it's not the first year we've done it there. So this year we had a bunch of, I guess we had some people in LA, some dealers that want us to go there. So we're gonna switch it up this year and do San Diego to LA, and then we'll probably go back to San Diego after that. They're cool with it. They want us back, so we brought them so much like promotion, That's the thing. We brought them so much promotion that it's
Maybe be proactive and do it backwards. Just call the police department ahead of time and say, look, here's what we're doing, and we would like to work something out in a peaceful manner so we don't have a repeat of last year's garbage.
Well, it won't matter in LA because they can't do the shit they did here. They can't close the freeway down in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they literally shut the freeway down to one lane for the event.
Yeah.
There's no way they can do that in LA. It would be wreak havoc.
But they'll park a bunch
So
of
we're not
cars
too
at
worried.
whatever dealership we go to, just like they did down in San Diego.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll have. I mean, I don't think we'll have a problem. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Depends on where the. Honestly, I'd rather deal with CHP than LAPD because LAPD is a bunch of dicks, except for Officer Rob.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the event goes. I mean, we've had the event for like several years and never had any issues, you know. So.
And the ones we did, the last one I did up here in Dallas was like, I know we had like helicopters on us right away, but we never took any shit. The weirdest thing is all the trouble, like it definitely causes a jam up when we roll through Dallas. And then we literally are right there in a place where it's like one insurance that could fucking fuck us so easy. Like they could just throw a car there, but they don't care because we're off the street. We're just in this big lot. But I think the funny thing is like the city it starts in, they get like, oh my God, like we're just in the parking lot. We're not doing anything. The cops kept rolling in there, like fucking like just walking around all puff chest. They were pissed. They were fucking threatening, like tow all these bikes and do all this. I was like, for what? They're in a parking lot. And then they're like
doing what you're supposed to do in a parking lot. They're parked.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's like they think that.
Great. He goes. They're all against the fire lane because they're all up against the curb. And he's like, because there's not enough parking spaces for all these bikes. He's like thinking like, I'm gonna fuck them down. I get on the loudspeaker with a Red Bull, big DJ truck there. I just get on the mic. I'm like, hey, just back your bike up the curb. Just put it up the curb and then park it on the grass. Now you're not in the fire lane. Okay. We did it. And it's just like. I hear real shit about that. It's like, oh no, I outthought them. Who knew you could put motorcycles in the grass?
Yeah,
on a dry Texas dirt ground. So that was fine. And then I don't know. I got the whole group pulled over the next day on the supermoto day. There was over 100 supermotos, and I was up front. I didn't even do a good wheelie. Ripped like a half-ass wheelie, and the cop pulled up and he pulled the whole group over. I'm looking back at the fucking the twitchy ones, like Zach going there. I'm like, hey, don't run. Watch what I do here, guy. And just he got out of the car. I was like, yeah, I did though. I'm sorry. God, I can't believe I didn't have that filming. I did that thing where I thought my camera was like on and off. You know, I got a little
shit.
Totally fucked it. It was so great. He was looking because it was me and there's one other dude with a high-vis helmet next to me. And I forget who that dude was, but he was like, I don't know which one of y'all was wheeling, but I know it was one of y'all. I said, it was me, officer. I did it. I apologize. He's like, well, thanks for stopping. I think he was just ready for us to just blast on him.
Yeah.
Like, a bunch of dirt bikes. Especially mine. Mine was like in full dirt bike mode and wearing like motocross boots. Like, yeah. That's funny.
I got pulled over one time on Palm Beach Island, and you can't run there. There's nowhere to go. You're on an island, and one call on the radio, they lock down all the bridges. You're done. So I pull over. Cop says, first of all, I want to thank you for not running.
Yeah.
And, I didn't get a ticket or anything. He was actually checking out my bike, and I was like, well, this is pretty cool. I get pulled over and don't get a ticket, and the guys are like fanboying on my bike. So it was a win for me.
I got when it was me, Kenny, and I don't know if you know DSG. We were going into the canyons, and I crossed over. I was passing cars because we're fucking going slow. So I went over a double yellow in the middle of a turn. It was like not a blind corner, but like one of those long turns where you can see fucking miles down the road. So I went around the car. There's no other traffic, and the freaking right when I like start going over, I see the cop just sitting there. I was like, "Fuck!" And sure enough, he like followed us, but pulled over, and he saying the same thing. He's like, normally we have to chase you guys down, so appreciate it. You getting pulled over. So I'm just gonna give you a fix-it ticket, and he gave me a fix-it ticket for my driver's license, and that was it.
Yeah, that happened to me too. My rear tire. I was speeding, so I see a car pulled over. So I was like, all right, that cop's occupied, so I'm just gonna maintain my speed. And it was an ass crack of dawn. I didn't notice there was another motorcycle cop behind the lights. So he pulled me over, and he's like, all right, look, I'm just gonna give you a ticket for your rear tire. I'm not gonna give you a speeding ticket, and that'll save you on points. So I've gotten pretty lucky with police.
The last time I got an educational something, he gave me this piece of paper. It was an educational thing about lane splitting at the proper speeds or something like that. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Out here, those are called tickets when they give you.
Well, yeah, it wasn't a ticket. He's like, no, it's not a ticket. Because he's asking about if I knew the guidelines for lane splitting, and I was just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know them, and it's kind of
I try my best, officer.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just get it wrong.
I can never do nothing right.
I can't do nothing.
Shit, if I'm not mistaken, I think a lane splitting ticket in Florida is like $500.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ours is so it's not. They haven't set like legal law, like guideline, like law type things. So it's legal to do, but there's guidelines. So you're not supposed to go lane split over 45 miles an hour, and you're not supposed to go 10 miles over the flow of traffic. So
Right.
I was going like 70. He goes. If you weren't lane splitting, he's all 70 or 80 on a bike. He's like, I don't really care. It's not a big deal. He's all, but lane splitting is 70. He's like, that's a different story.
Yeah. Those guys from the 701 ride I went on, European dudes. I mean, a lot of those guys are from places where lane splitting's legal, but I mean, everywhere it's got different laws and stuff. And I think they're just like, oh, California, we just go nuts, And of course, we're on that ride too, so we're just on bikes that aren't our own too. So God, we were just acting, getting stupid. But I remember we'd be on double yellow 1-lane roads and just like flying around cars. We were going up somewhere to like the Big Bear or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a great set of roads going out there.
Yeah,
but it's like you're going along that the mountain side of the road, and it's like double yellow, and we were fucking cooking it, and we were passing the cars, and I kept noticing that helicopter following us, and I was like, man, that helicopter's totally following us. They're probably fucking reporting. As soon as we rolled in through one of the little towns, we're all kind of catching up, they kept fucking went screaming at us. I think then they figured out we were all from fucking different places. I kept my mouth shut the whole time. I was like, I'm the only person on that trip with an American ID on me. And I'm like, dude, it's easy for you to write me a ticket. Don't matter. It's out of state. Like that's no problem. But it's a whole mess. These guys are from all different places. They're just like, you just, y'all, damn it, stop it, slow it down. This guy's screaming at us. Everyone's okay, guys. And we hit the road. Fuck, they just go right back to doing it. And I look over that fucking helicopter. Fucking see the guy's eyes. He's now holding level with us, but like out over because we're like it's over the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
Like this is gonna really get fucked again. And we rolled up to the next town or something. We were stopping, and some lady pulled up and was screaming at us. Somehow Snowcat ended up talking to her, and I was like, yeah, you talk to her, Bubs. You figure that out. And he's like, I'll just slowly roll off. I'm like, I'm gonna get out of here.
I'm out.
And I took off to the next place. But that was, I guess they didn't realize. And I knew this was you couldn't do it this way, but I guess they were like, why can't you lane split on the double yellow? I'm like, I think it doesn't work that way, guys. I don't think you're allowed to do that. Like, I'm not from around here. And that was the other thing too. They kept asking me like, hey, how do we get to this one place? I'm like, the fuck do you think I know? I'm not from California.
Do you realize how big America is?
Yeah, I think that's
I was
the
like,
thing.
I realize, like, I'm from a state alone that's bigger than most of y'all's countries.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say a lot of times people travel from Europe here. They don't understand the actual geographical size
of the country. It's
Yeah,
dude,
you
I was
ride 3 hours in their country, and you're in another country.
I had my Sena and I had my phone, so sometimes I would we'd have to go places and I have to kind of half shove my phone under my my crotch and make it work, but it was it got so sketchy a few times. We kept ending up in weird situations too, where we'd be somewhere trying to get gas and none of their weird European credit cards would work. It's thinking something's fucked. So I have to buy everybody gas or buy everybody food. The whole group, it's expensive. They had to pay me back at the end of the trip, a couple grand. I mean, they paid me, no problem. It wasn't a problem. But it's I was I put it all on credit. So I was guys, I'm gonna need that money before this is over. I have to pay the interest on this. Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. Good times though.
Yeah, that looked like a fun ride.
It really was. I was weird too. I rarely ever ride up in higher altitude. At one point, however high up we were at, I was told it was 6,000 feet or something. I don't know if that sounds right at all, or if that's enough to even make a difference. But it must have been because I was man, I'm feeling shit. I can't get any wheelies today. And they're like, Jake, it's because we're real high altitude. None of us can pull these good wheelies up here. And I was well, a few of the guys still could. They didn't, those guys were nuts. And I was I didn't realize it made that big a difference.
Once you get up above 4,000 feet, it's really hard to make power like you did below.
Oh, dude, I mean, I was just
dropping
that clutch. It was just
the drop off from sea level to 4,000 is real drastic, but then from about 4,000 up to 10,000, it's pretty minor. Most of the damage is done performance wise at 4,000 or above.
Wait, what's that How high is Denver? And all that shit.
Supposedly, about 5,000 feet, they call it the Mile High City. So I would say around 5,000 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, but you come down into Denver from 13,000 feet. So
wow.
Yeah, the Eisenhower Pass is the highest freeway in the continental United States.
Damn.
Let's Wikipedia this shit because now I'm all
Timpedia. Tim knows all.
Yeah, I took my son on his first real ride where I took him longer than around the block.
Dude,
I took him up Big Bear.
Dude, I hate it when Google gives you metric. Dude, fuck you, Google. This is America, dude.
It also takes 3 seconds to convert on Google.
It's 5,280 feet. So wow.
That guy. Well,
Denver
what's
nicknamed the Mile High City?
You've been
official elevation is exactly 5,280 feet, or 1609.3 meters. Who gives a shit? Yeah, let's adopt the measurement system of all the failed countries in the world. Let's do that.
We had to give him something, dude.
Yeah, yes. So.
They're not all back-to-back World War II champs, bro. Oh, technically a few of them are. I gotta get another freaking motard though.
You gonna make it out to SCMM?
Probably not. Well, my wife works again now, and that's just I understand it. It's just train wrecks, everything's. It's oh, can you take vacation so I can go somewhere for a week? It's because she's working. She's working and I have a kid, so it's
why don't you just bring her out here and be hey, let's take a vacation. It just happens to be the same time as an event that I wanted to go to.
So take her to San Bernardino. Wow.
Oh no. Take her to Palm Springs.
Here you go, wife. Yeah, in Palm Springs. Here you can go shopping in 1,000,000-degree weather. You melt. Why don't y'all do that thing in LA, you fucking nuts? I swear.
Look at these fine misters they have here.
These misters.
You walk on the sidewalk.
And as they mist on you, I want you to look around and think, where did that water come from? There is this really shit sea not far from here. think it's called the Shitten Sea. No, it's the Salton Sea. That's okay, yeah, something like that. Maybe that's where
Dude,
the
that
water
place
came.
smells like
You know what's
death.
real disturbing
Smells
about
like
that?
fucking death.
You know what's real disturbing though?
Surrounded by
All
death.
the vineyards around them. Like
vineyards.
what the fuck, man? What's some stinky ass fucking wine? I guess I got a good thing I don't drink wine, man.
It's good for you.
You know,
Good
well,
night.
I'll
Red
die.
wine.
Is it, Tim? Is it?
Yes.
Is it good if I have a bottle a night?
And just to clarify my thoughts on the metric system,
Oh, yeah.
I think the metric system is great for certain things, and I think that imperial is good for certain things. So I think there's a place in this world for both. Because clearly
Well, it's like they use inches like all over the world, though.
yeah, well, like the UK uses miles, and miles per hour. So it's generally a hodgepodge of everything across the world. For doing mathematical calculations, metric is the shit because
When
everything.
going to get tools, I do still like metric.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I probably too because I worked on metric bikes. That's the main thing I did at school. What I did when I got out of motorcycle tech school. So it's like obviously if I went in for like Harleys, I would probably understand the other things right off. You know them off the top of your head, but I still don't. And it makes me feel really like when other men are starting like, yes, pass me the 3/8, and I'm like, hang on, fuck, I'm not good at that, dude. Why can't it just be a number that goes in order? Son of a bitch.
All right, so if we lose,
and then it's real bad. Like my dad will come over and we're trying to work on something, and all my tools are in metric. That's what I've got. He's like, what the hell? It's like, there's a few standards in the back, Dad. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. All my tools are metric because the only thing I work on is my motorcycles. I don't work on my truck. If my truck needs something, I take it to the.
But even then, but dude, my truck and my cars are Fords, and they're crazy amount of metric on it.
Yeah, mine is.
More
I've
metric
noticed
than
that on the new ones.
standard.
Yeah,
and
the new ones.
from my understanding, those engines are built in the UK or something. Anyway, was it? No, I was looking when I was looking at bikes before I bought the FZ07. I was just farting around different ideas. I still think about it. I know you've talked about it too, Tim, like just getting some like a Sportster or something and making something cool out of it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I realized how many tools I'd have to buy.
Oh yeah.
And it started kind of pissing me off. Just to get to the point where I was like, wait, aren't the clutches different? I had to look that back up. Like, yeah, even the clutch tools and the way the clutch works and all that shit, like all the fucking pullers. I remember getting angry, just angry looking tools I don't have that I would need to have. And then the more you look into that, the more you realize the asinine shit they still do on Harleys. It's like, why? Why is there still a primary? Why are they doing that?
Yeah, why do they still? Well, you get away from that a little bit with a Sportster because the transmission
connected, but there still is the primary.
There still is a primary drive in there. Yeah, that's true.
Why? But then it's push rod on the other side. It's like if you're gonna have a chain anywhere, have a chain drive in the cam chain system, not the transmission.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna use push rods in those sons of bitches from now until they absolutely cannot do it.
You know what I thought that they should do? Because I know it's like such a hard thing for them to get too far away from anything. But the main thing is it just has to look and sound the same,
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, they should just like still have those like it'll look like they're push rods, but like have them like internally they're just little bevel driven cam gears,
like Triumph did on my Bonneville, where the throttle bodies look like carburetors.
Yeah, but in some of the old Triumphs some of the old Triumphs actually they had bevel driven cam things that look like a big push rod going up, and you're like, I always remember looking at those thinking, is that one giant push rod? And, oh no, that's that's driving the cam. That's cool as shit.
Yeah.
No, but the Triumphs have the faux choke knob.
Yeah, it's just a fast idle knob.
Yeah.
Well, that actually is.
Yeah, that's a real. That comes in handy. Yeah.
Like my WR had that, and can you turn yours to adjust the idle?
No, it's either you either pull it out and you get fast idle, or you push.
Have you ever tried turning it, seeing if it clicks?
No, I never have
Try
actually.
Because I was surprised I found that on my WR. It has a fast idle as well. When I had that WR, it was fuel injected, right, and fast idle. But if you grab the whole thing and you twist it, it would click, and it was how you adjusted the actual idle. And I was like, that's
interesting.
Cool.
I had that bike for 5 freaking years.
Are you in the garage?
No, I'm not.
I love if it just like blew your mind right now. You find out like, oh man, I control the idle of this thing.
That's a good idea. Yeah. I only need it every so often. If it's a really cold morning, like there were a couple of mornings back, in January where I went out to ride to work and it was like 27 degrees. That fast idle really helped to warm it up.
You got pipes on there though, right?
Yeah.
Pipes on everything. You gotta try this. I used to use my WR all the time. If my WR was at full temperature, I'd reach down and pull the fast idle out, the richener, and rev it. It just dump these huge yellow flames out.
Oh yeah.
It's like, is that a backfire? Like, not technically. It's actually just igniting fuel in the exhaust.
Yeah, exactly.
Call it a backfire if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, we're just dumping raw fuel into those pipes. Exactly.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to try that after it gets cold. I mean, it was 111 today, so I don't think I'm going to need the fast idle for a while.
Yeah. I know today my car was parked out in the drive instead of in the garage, and I fired it up, buckled my seatbelt, pulled the shades down, and looked down. I was like, yeah, that's enough temperature to go.
Yeah.
No warming her up today, boy. She's good. No,
tell you what I did do.
You can't get in. You can't just simply go to the chat and look. Backrow's asking to get in.
That's weird, Backrow. The link worked for Jake. Are you using the link that we put in Super Faggot Force?
Oh, he said can't get in. I just glanced over. It says I thought it was putting can. I thought it was can I get in? The T.
No, he
I
said
see
he
now.
can't get in for some reason.
Oh, you gotta close. You gotta close Chrome and reopen it. We've gone over this. I bet that's all.
You gotta get rid of Internet Explorer.
Yeah, you're in Florida now, so you're gonna have effed up live streams, just like Josh
if he's
always
on his
does.
phone, Backroad, if you're on your phone and you just click the link, it's not going to work. What you have to do is you have to like copy the link, then go into the Chrome browser on your phone, and then open it. And then if you click on it, it's going to try to open that little app, and it doesn't work.
Now you know what I go through every time.
I just click on it and it works on mine.
What kind of phone?
Here, try this. I'll send you a different link, Billy.
Yeah.
I have the same problem when Billy hosts and then I try to join. It doesn't work for me.
Is it because it tries to open that app, right?
Yeah, it tries to open the app.
Google.
I usually just go to a computer, I click the link there, and then I copy the URL on the top of the browser.
What you gotta do, like this is what you gotta do, man.
And then it lets me in.
Because if you click on the link, right, if you actually click on it from like a chat or something, it's gonna automatically try to open that app. And the app is weird. If it's a live one, it screws up. It's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, no,
so
my app opens and it just goes like normal and it allows me to come in.
Well, you're very special.
Yeah, I guess so, because mine doesn't play fucking games, dude.
I don't do that. Yeah, you just gotta you have to highlight it. You have to copy it instead of clicking on it, copy it and then go paste it into a Google Chrome browser, even if it's on your phone, and then it'll work. It's stupid. It's unnecessary, but it's how it works.
I agree. How the world works, okay?
Man, we're all in a simulation.
We're all in our own reality.
I actually have a whole vlog on that.
Each person's reality is completely unique.
Yeah.
Freaking Mandela effect.
Having that conversation with somebody where like the first time someone ever tells you like, well, what if I just think this is all fake? It's like you get mad and it's like, well, prove me wrong. You're like, oh fuck, well I can't.
Yeah.
And then that's that.
Can the universe exist if there's no one to observe it? Boom. Mind blown.
I'm going to bed.
Actually, I am going to bed. I'm going to check out, man. I'm starting to fade. So it's nice hanging out with you guys.
All right. Have a good one, Tim.
You bet. Until next time.
Bye. Have a good night.
Trio.
Bye, Tim.
Bye.
Where's Backroad in Florida?
I'll let him explain. It's his story to tell.
Well, he's from Florida.
But did he move?
I think did you try that other link I just sent you, Billy? See if that one worked. Just spit on it.
I did.
Spit on your phone and then try.
Also, I saw somebody's Instagram story today. I don't know if any of y'all follow Modonosity, but is he moving? Did I miss something?
I don't follow him.
He's like, he was like in a moving truck, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm leaving Austin." And I was like, "Oh."
I mean, I think he was talking about moving like a while ago. Like he wanted to move to Hawaii, but then he's like, I'm having a kid and shit. So Hawaii's like not realistic. But I know he's been talking about it for a while.
Well, a moving truck wouldn't get you to Hawaii, so he's
Yeah,
definitely
that's
not going there.
No. He made the decision to not move to Hawaii, but he wanted to move somewhere else.
Well, I don't know. It's just like he said, I'm so done with like Austin. I'm out of here or something. You know, I was like, oh, okay. So you're not just moving to another house, like you're moving.
Yeah. He's moving.
I just wondered if anybody knew what was up because I was like, I guess I missed that.
Negative.
I'm probably be going to Austin next weekend for AMA Supermoto race. I found out that I've got like one of those. That says Mo Nasi sold his house, but where's he going? The house was nice as shit. Anyway, actually, I think he got offended one time. I was telling him one of the first times I was in his house, I was like, "Look at these stupid high vaulted ceilings. Yeah, that's gonna create a draft." Like I was like doing a joking, like make fun of his house.
Yeah,
because his house was really nice. I've got like 9-foot ceilings, like I can jump up and touch my fucking ceiling. Shit. So I was like, oh, aren't you just? He had like a little thing with books. I was like, aren't you all just cultured and educated with your fucking books? Like, and I think he actually got annoyed with me. I was like, bro, I'm like, come on, man. Like, isn't it obvious I'm being ridiculous?
They're over dramatic.
It didn't. I don't know. But anyways, yeah.
I don't know where he's moving in.
Well,
No
I don't
clue.
want him to move. I want everyone to stay in Texas. But anyway, I'm gonna go down to Austin for the AMA Supermoto race stuff. When guys told me that he's like, I got you a media pass. I was like, well, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool. It means you can get backstage too and talk with the riders.
Hang out. Blah, blah. So I'm gonna try to get down there and go see what's up. I think it'd be fun just to throw some GoPros on some people and just get them sideways going in them turns. Get some good filming angles. Because I guess with that pass too, I can like apparently like walk all over the track and like film places as long as I think I'm not gonna get.
Oh, that'd be
over,
cool.
You know? I'm like, hell yeah, dude. And I'm like, it's like, tell me, yeah, bring a helmet, throw you on one of the bikes. Like, don't do that. I'll be on these bikes. Oh man.
That should be a good time. See, what does he say? Copy and paste it.
Chime
did the
no
same.
Right, Chrome, you gotta say it how he said it.
All right, copy and paste to Chime. Did the same. No, I was like, just gave a list of paste and grab. Yeah, I always have the same problem, but then I sent you the other link, and that usually works for me. Yeah, it's so annoying that it does that shit. Especially when you're out.
Right now, just to see if I can remember how to do it. Maybe it's changed. But let's see.
So if Backroads,
you gotta hold it down, click copy. Like like on the iPhone, if you just like slightly hold it versus hard pushing it, and you get the little thing pop up that says copy. But like the screen's
what
like
are you
sensitive.
telling him to copy?
Copy the link. Like you actually have to copy it. You can't click on it. You have to copy the link. Then you go to Chrome.
Okay, but can't one of you who's on a computer right now copy the link of your Hangouts browser bar right now?
Yeah, I did.
And then send that to Backroad, and all he has to do is copy and paste that into his Chrome browser.
Yeah, when you do that, then it'll come up. It'll say go to App Store. You obviously don't want to go to that. It says option 2 says return here to join the call. You need to go to like 2.
No. Okay. So when you're on that page, click the little thing with the 3 bars and tell it you want a desktop.
No, you don't even have to do that though.
You might have to then repaste it.
You don't have to do that. Look at this. I'm gonna throw my phone up here. Don't worry, I'm not giving away the thing. It should look like this on your Chrome browser, and you got to click the little second link in there. That's how you get it. That's how you do it. You don't have to do a whatever browser. Look at my hair. What's going on here? I'm trying to have stupid long hair again. I need to cut it off. What's up, everyone? I cut my beard off. It was getting hot. I think it annoyed some people that are like broed out with beards.
How dare
Oh
you
man,
cut your
cut
beard?
it off, bro. I was like, it'd come back in like 2 months if I wanted it to. It's trimming it. Like, I don't think I grow like I'm not like super manly. I grow hair like crazy, but it does like it. This fucking grows.
My shit
fast.
grows quick.
It grows really quick.
I
Like
don't
would
ever.
I'd get it all trimmed up. It would look so good for like a week, and then it would be like.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't ever even trim it. I only get my beard trimmed when I go get a haircut.
Yeah, well, that's the same. I don't want to go like that's what people are telling me. Like, oh, you just got to go for the beard trim more often. I'm like, man, I don't have time for that.
Yeah,
Who
I
gives a
go as
shit?
often as I get haircuts. That's how often I go. Sometimes I just get lazy to go.
I can't grow a beard for shit. To save my life, I'm freaking 32. That shit will not fill in.
You have a kid?
Yeah.
Man, that's lame. I don't know.
Yeah, my kid's gonna be 7 this month.
I remember I had a kid, and I had my kid. I still had like a goatee or something. I was like, it's time to have a beard. I had a beard, and that's all I've been.
Now my
I feel like
daughter,
if I come a grandpa, then I'm gonna be like, all right, now it's time to let it go to my belly button.
Just shave it. Go to my
Oh no,
belly.
dude. Yeah.
now my daughter goes to give me a kiss on the cheek, and she's like, "No, you have spikes." And I don't grow.
That did, yeah. When I trimmed it back, that's what my little girl was telling me too. She's like, now it's like prickly, but it's gotten a little soft again. I let it go a little bit so it's soft, but he was tugging on it too, though. That didn't feel great. She liked to tug it when it was getting long. I don't know, man. How many kids do you have, Ninja? I think he has 3, right? Or is
I
it
think
2?
he's thinking about it.
Yeah, 3.
3,
Can
right?
you hear
That's
me?
right. Okay.
No, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. I don't know what the fuck. It wasn't working. 3. Yeah.
We all have kids?
I have 3.
I know you had some, right? Yeah, okay.
Nope, child free.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm one and done.
Yeah.
Fun
Word.
for a while.
What's that?
I said they're fun for a while. Then as they just get more expensive the older they get.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
No, actually, I mean, I felt like I've come off of some expenses in the last few years, but
Oh, they'll come back.
You mean
Oh, yeah,
they come
no,
off of like formula and diapers, and you're like,
Yeah.
hell yeah. But
Yeah,
then
that's what
it's
I'm
like you
saying. Like,
blink,
now
and all
she's
of a
like-
sudden they're growing like a weed. Now it's clothes and this and
Well,
that
you know,
and
here's-
that and
I will
this,
say
and
this,
it'll
though, I will
just
say this.
continue.
Then they want to play sports, and then they want
wait, listen to
a
this.
yearbook, and then they want certain shoes.
Yearbooks are like $120.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but like for right now though,
Oh, I
like
got a field trip. Oh, next week. Oh no, I forgot to give you the field trip. What?
Yep.
well, like I feel like right now, like she's like, so she don't have diapers. She's not, we go out to a restaurant, like we have time. I don't even order anything off the kids menu because she just don't eat
It's
that
just
much.
shares,
So it's
yeah.
like, dude, we'll just chop
See-
you off some of mine, chop you off some of mom, eat some fries. You'd be great.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
We
That's
just
another
really
thing.
did that.
As they move from kids meals to like adult meals, and then all of a sudden, it's every time you go out and eat $70 fucking dollars.
Yeah,
Jeez.
like at
At
like
Taco
12.
Bell.
At
Taco
12,
Bell.
they'll be like, we're charging you adult price, and you're like,
Yeah.
dude, what?
Well,
That's
like
not an adult.
I will say though, it's like since like especially from my side of the family, since my little girl's like guess like the first of that side of the family on my side of the family. Dude, my family buys her everything. Like her birthday was on May 20th. I bought her one thing. That was it. I bought her a little fox from that movie. What's that movie? With the fox in it. Shit.
Zootopia.
Man, The Little Prince fucking makes me emotional, bro. I gotta say, that was a good movie, dude. Y'all gotta watch The Little Prince. That was a good movie.
Shit,
The
I
new
know.
version, the one that they made, like Pixar or whatever made. I was like, That's
Oh,
pretty good.
Pixar does good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they took it was like already like a pretty like crazy story, and they took it and they were like, we're gonna make it more, we're gonna add on to it. It's a kid movie for adults, is what it is. It's gonna
They gotta make movies like that.
A little bit there, but it's not as bad as like what's that one Up with the fucking balloons?
Oh yeah,
Man, fuck that movie, dude. Had me crying, dude. Like
fucking as an adult, you're like, that's fucking depressing.
And the first time I ever watched it, like it was this weird scenario where like I was on a bunch of pills because I just had knee surgery, and then like my sister-in-law had to like live over here for like a week or two because she got like staph infection or something weird, and she was on pills, and so we're both on pills watching that movie.
You guys are crying, aren't you?
You were crying so hard. We were all extra emotional. Oh man. Yeah. We laugh about it every once in a while now. We're like, remember when we were all stupid on pills? I'm like, yeah, that was dumb. And it was bad too, because neither one of us could like walk right. And the disposal, like in the sink, it like blew up and shot water everywhere. And we were like, oh my God, how do we fix this? We like hobbled down onto the ground and like turned the water off, fuck, it was a mess.
Yeah, Billy, I'm not sure, man. I like I said, I always have the same problem. So, but I always I just go to a computer, sign in on a computer, and then send myself the link from my browser, and it usually works.
Open Chrome, tell it desktop, paste the link in the bar. It might respond differently.
Oh, that's another option. Yeah, make it open it up as a desktop.
Thing there, don't you?
You can also go in like your application manager and force the Hangouts app to not open if that's a problem.
That would be a good idea to do.
How about it just, they should make it so it just fucking works.
Right?
Look at this. Why does Max Booze have a fucking thing? That loose cunt.
What?
I don't know. I've been talking to Forey too much.
Fuck. He's on hotel.
This thing that you're talking about.
Forey Hooligan, man. He's got to get you speaking like an Australian.
Max Booze. Oh, he's in the side chat. Oh, I was gonna I'll send you a link if you want to join, Max. Oh, funny as fuck.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna start passing this link out too. Then let's just see who joins. Remember when I would put it in the actual main thing?
Let's not do that. Get my fucking channel banned here.
It was awesome because like we never had a lot of room, so it's like one person would jump in, but it was like
some random ass person.
Well, what it was, I fucked up and did it twice, and both times the same dude got in. I had to give it props, man. That was incredible.
Well, shit, I gotta go, guys. I had a long drive tomorrow.
All right, man.
All right.
We're going over to Shoie bar tomorrow.
Good night.
You going from Palm Beach to Alm Beach?
To Tampa. It's like 3.5 hours. Not a long drive, but it's freaking late. So it's like 1:30 here. Anyways, guys, I appreciate the invite, and it was nice talking to you guys after so long.
Bye.
Later. Sorry about the Backroad set.
Come on, Backroad. You gotta get working.
Listen, I'm gonna explain it again, Backroad, and I'm gonna say it with very big words. You have to copy that link. Don't click on the link. I know it's very tempting, but just kind of like you either gotta hover over it or do whatever you gotta do. So you gotta copy it. Okay. Once you have it copied, you gotta go to Google Chrome, the browser. You should have it on your phone. If not, download it. And then once you're in there, you're going to paste that link, and you're going to click join the call. It's like the second option, not the first option. Should work. All right, he's going to be here any minute now. Watch.
I don't know. I always have trouble.
If you go to participants too, I'm pretty sure it's like us that's here and like 2 other people anyway. So
yeah,
it's like, is there an easier way we can do this? Oh shit, I don't know. Netscape, yeah. Go open up Netscape.
Wow.
Is that still a thing? I gotta look that up. I'm gonna look,
I wonder. I bet you they still have a browser.
I'm gonna look Netscape browser.
I bet someone still uses AOL too. I guarantee it.
I didn't
There's
know
some
it existed.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some poor sucker out there that's still using AOL. And you'd be like, what's your email? Oh, old school at AOL.com.
My
Wait, I
mom's
found,
last Netscape.net email.
I found a
Oh,
download for it
wow.
right here.
For AOL?
No, for Netscape. Yeah, I don't want to download it, but this is apparently I found it.
So it's still a thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the last time it was updated though. I want to know like if this is like if it even does it even work? I don't know, man.
Fucking Billy. Yeah, I don't know, Billy. I always have the same problem. I can never get it to work, so it's stupid.
Drunk.
I'm drunk.
What
What's
about just
another
trying a
real
different
relevant
browser?
Netscape. I know, obviously, Internet
Opera, Internet
Yeah,
Explorer,
Opera,
Firefox, Safari,
Edge.
Edge.
Safari. I think there's people that just use Safari though.
I fucking hate Edge.
Yeah, me too. Doesn't work.
What's that one that they were like trying to push? The YouTubers like what's his name pushes it. It's supposed to like not share your information and you can give people money apparently too. Philly D, yeah, he's been pushing it. Some kind of new browser.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen that.
Everyone's trying to make a new system though of like, here's a way to you could send money to people. I'm like, man, there's gonna be too many systems like this. It's gonna get weird. Well, that's my brother.
Jacob.
Nobody knows him. What's up, Ian? You've been in the videos, so I might know who you are.
Yeah, I've been in the videos.
Is he the one that has the other? Was it that black bike you had?
Yeah.
You guys, you guys didn't live too far from each other then for a while. You've probably smelled each other's farts.
I hope not.
Yeah, because you still live. No, that's right. You moved like really far away though, didn't you, Ghost?
Yeah.
But you
But I
still
was
work.
I was in IB, Imperial Beach.
Imperial Beach, that's a shithole down there.
It's not. It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, most people that live there try and convince me of that. I didn't like it. I visited down there, and
it's actually an interesting community, but it wasn't bad. Like,
wait, Ian, are you wearing a coat?
yeah, Grace makes the fucking. It's just a rollout hoodie. Grace makes the house super cold at night.
It's been like in the
I do the same
90s. What are you
thing.
doing?
Look at
I don't even like my coats.
Look, my
my
dude.
coats are like sealed off.
Jake, what is your AC set at right now?
70 something.
Mine is at 66, I think.
that's how I would have it.
See, Sean, my wife,
It's
Yeah,
nice
for
to
sleeping.
Yeah,
Sean,
it's
Sean
nice,
would set,
but I'm not asleep.
well, Sean would set the air really cold and then put like a really heavy blanket on. And I was
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was
that's a
this
Grace
is a
likes to do
waste
too.
of money. Like, what
Oh,
are you doing?
That's the best. It's the best.
But it's
thing
comfy,
ever.
cozy.
It's also
Yeah.
just costing you shit tons of money.
It also it just makes no fucking sense on paper, but yes, it is
I
cozy.
sleep better that way.
Yeah.
I like sleeping with the lightest sheet I can.
I don't know, yeah, I've
You don't
slept
want to
with
wake
sheets
up in
or
the morning
sometimes I
because
won't.
it's fucking cold.
Yeah, or sometimes
Sometimes I don't want to wake up. in the
I
morning
want
just
one of
because I
those
don't wanna wake up in the
remote
morning.
control
I
thermostat
won't
thingies, so
die.
like you can shut it off. You know, when you
Nest?
wake up in the morning. That'd be
Nest?
dope. Yeah.
Nest or any of the other ones like that you can control from your phone and shit like that. Yeah, those are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where I
we're
can be,
talking
like,
about
laying down.
thermostats. This is the
And I can
lamest
yell.
thing.
I want to be able to like lay down and just yell like I'm fucking cold, and then like it knows and it adjusts. And like when it's hot, I'll be like fuck, it's hot, and then just adjusts.
Wait, isn't there a way to like fucking link your Alexa to some shit like that by
Yeah,
now?
some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be
Come
crazy.
a long
There's gonna
way
be like
from
we're just. I
Clockwork.
think we're just on the verge of having stupid amount of stuff like that, like where everything's just gonna be that way.
Yeah. Until Alexa starts laughing in the middle of the night and turns your air conditioner way down.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean that crazy bitch could do that.
RFIDs. No, you can set it so it knows who is who and how you like fucking crazy shit like that.
Yeah, but it's just gonna end up costing you stupid money as people move around the house and your HVAC system's just like trying to catch up to everybody. It's
Yeah.
like
Whenever I lived up in upstate New York for a bit, we would have whenever we would be, because we would all work for fucking like 12 to 18 hours all the time. And me and my two roommates, and we would set the AC like 56 degrees because the landlord told us any lower than that, and the pipes will freeze. But we were just trying to not run the heat while we were gone because it was so fucking expensive to keep the house warm.
yeah.
It was like we had heating oil, and just that shit was like, it was like $300 a month or something.
Yeah, that shit's terrible. You had the big tank down in the basement?
We didn't have a basement, but yeah, we had like a 500-gallon tank in the garage, I think.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Or 300, I don't know. Yeah, it was fucking stupid.
You did it.
Track road.
Did it.
You did it.
Yeah, it's me. I'm in. I had to hire a mafia hitman to fucking kill a guy. I did it. How are you?
You can't see you. You're black.
Sorry. No, you're not going to be able to see me, man. I'm on Wi-Fi from Florida. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wi-Fi from Florida.
So you're Wi-Fiing back to your house?
No, I'm just in Florida
I'm just
on Venice Beach, and the Wi-Fi is like a goddamn AOL. Like you guys were saying, it's fucking AOL style down here, boys.
What are you doing there?
I can't
I'm not in the
believe
loop.
Shade Tree can fucking make it on these things. I'm not even fucking joking.
Back road. What are you doing down there?
I'm burying my mom, buddy.
Oh, well, now I feel embarrassed for asking.
Oh, shut the fuck up! It's just part of life.
I thought you'd already done that.
Came down
Pretty
here. We
shitty
were
part of
spending the day. No. I
Well, you've had a lot of
cremated her,
people
but we
die
didn't
lately,
bury her
dude.
yet.
It's hard to keep up with. I'm sorry.
I know, man. So many deaths. Do you know Colonel Sanders is dead? That's fucked up.
Colonel Sanders?
Chicken's good, though.
Isn't he been dead for?
I'm gonna sound weird.
I didn't know that he was like a real
Oh
person.
yeah, he's been dead since Popeye's chicken came out, right? He's killed himself.
Popeye had him whacked.
Look at you crazy so much. You seen that like one John Goodman's Colonel Sanders? That was impressively believable. Talking about the gays, how Colonel Sanders chicken is for the gays now too.
God.
Oh, it's fucking great. It's from like I think
Roseanne.
College Humor. Somebody made it. It's really good.
Roseanne Barr's dead. No. Did you see Tom Arnold? Like Tom Arnold went on the news.
What did he say? What did Tom Arnold say?
Dude, he was like, "I'm not surprised." And what's his face from Fox News? I don't know his name. The fucking main guy from Fox News is like, "Why are you not surprised?" Like, that bitch is crazy. I was married to her for 8 years. You idiot. She's gonna say anything she wants to say all the time. And now she's Ambien, and she'll fucking be donkey all of a sudden. You never know. I'm just waiting for it. He said he was just basically waiting for her to fuck up, and sure enough.
Well, you know, I never really watched the show back in the day. I never watched it now. And the whole thing to me is just like, wow, I guess this is a thing. I don't know.
I love Roseanne because she was a nut bar. Ever since when she sang the national anthem.
Oh, that was fun.
I guess I don't know anything about her now. My mom used to watch her a lot when I was little, so by default, I did happen to watch a lot of her. She was always known, and the show was based around basically her being a rude, loudmouth bitch. So it's like, I don't know, what's the fucking problem here? I'm confused.
Right,
Why are we
exactly.
suddenly have a problem?
But when she fucking like tells the audience that she hates the N-words, come on.
That's where the line is
When she's
crossed.
Yes. I mean, she can say that and it's not illegal.
Come on.
But you can't say that and have a job.
Yeah, you can't say it aloud. I mean, what? What the
Freedom of
fuck,
speech,
Jake?
not freedom of consequence.
Come on.
No, that's
I
fine.
mean, like in the room, like in a private room with Red One or something, you just like use a racial slur as a joke to see, that's different. But when you tell the world, give me a break. If it's not a joke, and you're like, Obama's a me. Come on. Red One's gonna get pissed off. You don't want Red One to get pissed off.
Yeah, I'm telling about heartbreaking.
I've seen Red One pissed off, and it ends in burned T-shirts in the middle of a hotel. It's not good.
And then he's got those nipples out.
Oh no!
He goes and gets a job at the same place that provided those T-shirts. Or not.
Oh, I can hardly. You guys are breaking up? Am I breaking up?
Nope.
No. Lower your
good.
your bandwidth settings.
Well, if you turned your camera off, that would help. You do have your camera on right now. Like, click the little screen and put the X over the.
Oh yeah,
that is true.
How's that?
You did it.
I did do it. So you guys were just looking at a black ceiling.
Yep.
All right. I said the word black. I'm sorry. I'm not really.
I'm glad you had your pants on, Billy.
I used to like Resent. I was so excited when the show was coming back out. I was like, it's fucking awesome, man.
How much money that show was making?
I've never seen it.
I think they said it was the number one. It was the number one rated show going on right now.
So that means 25,000 people are watching an episode. What the fuck is television these days?
Right? That's true. It's like you should have went on Netflix, you fucking idiots.
They should have got. They should just done like a what's it called? I mean, I guess Trailer Park Boys is on that, but it's just how they just make your own fucking thing. Like, well, we're just too edgy for any network for all that shit, so we're just gonna form our own network. Just be completely.
I think she could have gotten away with it if she was like strictly online and like sitting away from the network and had some lawyers and stuff, but she got on Ambien and fucked up.
Yeah. See that YouTuber that she's doing, making it on TV?
Like she's
going from YouTube to TV.
Yeah, take a lesson from Jake the Garden Snake. Take a lesson from Jake the Garden Snake. If you get almost a million people looking at you, don't say the N-word. It's just it. That's all you do. That's all you have to do.
I'll say it right now.
Wait, she's like 10% black, right?
She's 10% black?
No, I was talking about that whole PewDiePie thing.
Oh, I thought you said she was 10% black.
Well, no.
I was starting to...
Your audio's cutting out.
Yeah, it's rough down here, I told you.
No, GhostNinja's audio is cutting out. I can't hear him right now.
Oh, Ghost is?
I was yelling at my dog. She's digging holes.
This guy's hard.
That's what dogs
do. You're moving in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, dude, speaking of that, boys, I think I'm within the next 16 months gonna move down. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna move back down here.
Oh, really?
Florida?
Yeah. It's reminded me, man. In the last day or two, I was like, damn, this is home. If it smells like pussy and you can see the ocean, that's Florida. That's home.
God.
The whole town. As soon as we got in here, I was like, oh, it smells like a goddamn red light district. This is the pier. It's home. It smells like a giant pussy. The whole fucking place smells like a huge pussy. It's terrible. No good.
Well, you can take your kids and just move.
Well, it's the ocean is what I'm talking about. The ocean smells like pussy. It's terrible.
Yeah.
We got that.
Dead crab. It's dead crabs. Dead crabs everywhere.
So like, you gonna move the family down there then, or are you just gonna run away?
Oh, I'm gonna move the family down here. I think
that's what I was getting. I was like, you're just gonna be like, I want it so bad. Fuck this. I'm out.
I'm out.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, maybe you like it that much. I don't know.
I don't know. I just like your jokes, bro. It's fucking tear me up. Oh man, and it's like it's weird because it's like it reminds me of old times. Like it's so seedy. It's so seedy down here. It's not even funny, man.
You go live on the Keys.
Oh yeah. It's like oh man. First of all, when I first got to the hotel, not only did I get out of the van and it smelled like pussy, the hotel next to us had a red light. Like they took the light bulb out of the porch light and put a red light in it. I'm like, oh boy, it's not good. And then, like, my sister claimed, she's like, "Oh, I used to work here. That just means I think that means." She said, "I think." She's like, "I think that means it's just reserved." I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not what that means.
Yeah.
It mean it's like that means she wants $10 to put it in her butt. Whoever the fuck is in that door."
Fuck.
Yeah, it happened.
But that's that kind of thing. At the same time, I mean, it's Florida. It's a weird thing. When you get to Florida or California, you get out, and like I said before, it's a different smell, different environment, different plants. And if you grow up in it, it doesn't matter how seedy it is. It just reminds you of, breakfast, cereal in the morning, Saturday morning cartoons, beating people up in third period.
Remembers that breakfast seed?
Yeah.
What a great place to have a family.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, fuck. If it's what you know, it doesn't matter if you're fucking grown up in Mordor. If that's what you know.
You don't have to make your kids know it.
I don't know, man. Feels good down here, though. It feels like me, seedy with red lights everywhere.
Oh.
And plus, shade trees 30 minutes away. And so are a lot of other people. Not to mention the red light woman next door.
The red light.
Right? Red light woman.
But the humidity, how do you... Oh, no.
Ever since SoCal...
No.
Ever since SCMN... I don't know how you can't do that, Ghost, because you live in San Diego, and ever since... No, you don't. But anyway, you live in California, and ever since SCMM, I've worn a sweatshirt in anything below 80 degrees.
Yeah, but California is not fucking humid.
Nope.
Palm Springs was. I'm sorry. It was.
Shit. It
No, it
was
wasn't.
so fucking humid. It was not even fucking funny, man. It sucked the moisture out of me like a goddamn vacuum on a penis.
I was getting every time I spend more than like a few days out there, I get like real dry skin. Like I guess I'm just used to the humidity because like it fucks me up being out in that dry.
Well, last year's SCMM happened like right after a big rainstorm rolled through. That's why.
Is that what fucking happened? Because it was fucking humid.
It was
dude.
humid.
California is not humid. It must have been, yeah.
Normally that shit's like dry as a bone. Like
I got this weird theory. Like it was so humid. I was like, well,
on fire a lot, you know. That's
I
how
was like,
dry
I'm on
it is.
live. They told me this was dry heat. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah, it was not dry heat, dude. I like Ehart and I met like we were passing each other. I was going like south and she was going north. We passed the pool and we were both sweating our fucking ass off. I could see it.
I think that would have happened though, even otherwise. I remember being in Palm Springs and it was like 110 something degrees, 115 degrees, and I thought it cooled off at night. I was like, "Oh my god, this is great! It's cooled off so much. It's so much nicer now." We were walking to like the Hard Rock or something, and I was like, "What is it? It's got to be like 80 degrees now." It was still 100.
Yeah.
Just got used to it, I guess. And
and like another thing,
dealable at night.
At night.
First year, I think it was like 120, and then so when it got down to 100, you're like, oh, it feels so nice.
Well, then like I went out.
The thing.
I went out to that.
And then you think like
the Slab City and all that, and it was definitely like $120 out there, and it was like,
oh yeah.
God, it was fucking hot. It was like you tell it was a dry heat because there's that weird thing where it was like we walked into what's that big thing at the beginning of Slab City, the Salvation Mountain. You ever been out there?
Salvation Mountain, yeah.
Yeah, you start kind of walking into little caves in there. It's like not caves, whatever they are. It's like
It's all
shaded.
cool in there.
I was like, oh my god, I just want to live in here.
Yeah,
This
you
is
just want to
great.
stay in there.
The temperature drops
the-
from like 30 degrees or something weird.
Yeah.
Dude, something racist it shows.
The big thing that I was thinking that, like, okay, Sonny Bono started this whole fucking town and he planted all this palm trees and all this fucking greenery. Is it just because the palm trees are in this little town and the desert's like soaking up the moisture out of this fucking things and we're in the middle of it and we're just getting all the humidity? I didn't know what the fuck to think, man. And then at night, that's the big thing. It goes from 100, 120, and then it goes down to 95, 100 at night. And you think, oh, it's cooled down. And you keep drinking beer. And it's still 95 degrees, but you don't know it.
Yo, Max, you have the link. I sent it to you. I think on Twitter. And fuck you.
And
we don't need to cancel this show.
On the
my big problem was people knowing like my personality. And they thought let's get Billy drunk and see how active he is, how crazy we can get him, and that hurt me so bad because I just played along. I'm like, yeah, give me that vodka, give me that tequila, give me that moonshine. Sub D fucking fed me a third of moonshine Friday night. Fuck.
Yeah, because you didn't even you got so trashed you didn't actually make it to the meet, right?
I was sick as hell Saturday morning, dude. I was surprised I wasn't puking blood,
well,
dude.
I guess everyone comes back there, so that's cool. But it's like,
it is funny, man. And then Derek was like, "You're in California, Billy, man. This is the best weed I ever smoked." And I should have just known better. A guy from California giving me the best weed I ever smoked. That's the dumbest fucking thing to give into in the world.
Well, the Aussie guys, they were fucked up. They didn't even come out the room that whole day. The next day, after was it Friday night? Friday, they didn't even come out the room. After Thursday night, they were done.
Right? People from fucking Australia, right? People from fucking Australia were like, "Oh my god!" I mean, that's saying something.
Dude, Ford's got a great Australian accent.
We might.
See, he did it.
I got my two favorite Aussie bikers, man, are of course, one guy I can't remember his name right now because I'm drunk, and then Quasimodo.
Realist Rider.
Quasimodo. Realist Rider, that's right. Realist and Quasi kept me pretty entertained, man.
Yeah,
because they were so sweet. I hate to say sweet sounds gay, but they're sweet dudes, man.
You fucking queer.
I know. I want to put my penis in your nose.
Oh no.
I'm so gay.
Oh man, what was that article?
I want to come in your left nostril, Jake.
Speaking about Florida, Florida's that one state where you read a crazy article and you're like, that had to be Florida. Like there was that article about. I kid you. I saw this article. I think Red posted it or someone posted it, and it was about these two guys, and they went to town on each other. And after like 10 hours of going to town on each other, the one dude didn't say no homo. So because he didn't say no homo, his friend stabbed him 18 times because it made it gay.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me, man. If you just got down to some of these parts, it's seedy.
I was like, oh my god.
It's so seedy down here on the west coast of Florida. You get down here, it wouldn't surprise you. I mean, people are rough. There's like adult superstores and shit. Like, you have fireworks superstores or whatever. There's fucking like dildo superstores.
There's
a great place to take your kid.
San Diego, yeah. There's an adult superstore there.
I've never seen one.
It's literally called Adult Superstore.
See, adult superstores are a new thing to me in Florida. Last time I was
sell
here,
like clothes for adults and stuff.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't all the like face-eating zombies live in Florida?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
And baby-eating alligators.
I kept an open mind on the way down. Like as soon as we crossed the border, every gas station we stood at, I talked to people and everything, and I talked to the most fucked up looking people.
Stations.
Well, if they talk to me first. Here's the thing.
Don't talk back. Tell them you don't have any money.
Right. If they talk to you, that's the rule. You tell them fuck off.
Yeah.
But if it's open. If you talk to them, that's your choice, and that's what I was doing.
You're the one getting told to fuck off.
Someone should have been telling you to fuck off.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I was in a fucking a guy with a hairy neck hair with a 38 Ride Company T-shirt on. No one wants to talk to that dude.
When we were on our trip going up to Seattle, we stopped at some little tiny fucking town to get snacks at like some random like Quickie Mart or whatever. And there's like these redneck dudes out there, and so one of them was talking to us about bikes. You know, he's like, "Oh, I used to have a bike, blah blah blah," and he goes, "Oh, how fast that thing go?" And we're like, "Oh, about like 160, 170," and he goes, "Oh man, that make my dick hard." I was like, this conversation's really happening. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Oh God.
I just wish I had my camera rolling.
He was fucking vaping whole time.
Jesus.
I was vaping, but now I'm not. Oh shit! I'm like going toward the refrigerator in the CD hotel room to get a beer.
Did you turn the lights on?
No.
It's definitely
And
ghosts.
the tiles all uneven and shit, so I keep tripping everywhere I go.
Man, me and Dan sit in this hotel in the 3rd story. When you walked around, you could feel you were moving the hotel.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, or I guess it was more. It was a
you
motel.
guys just like to stay in horrible piece of shit places.
Well, we were staying in that fucking RV, and Dan would be rolling in his bed. I'd be like, "Stop it, motherfucker!" It was on the complete opposite side of the RV. It was just like sitting on the jacks, you know. It was like, yeah.
You know what's really fucked up is that this hotel room, like it's the hotel room I'm in, it's got sort of new tile, sort of sheetrock, and $400 for 2 days.
Oh,
That's
God.
pretty terrible. I'm probably gonna go like sleep in my truck or something next weekend.
It is so terrible. And my dad.
Ian, you want to come with me?
Where are you going? What's happening?
I'm going to Austin. I'm going to watch the AMA race.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Stop making me jealous, dick face.
But we could just stay somewhere that's like worth a damn.
We really could. It wouldn't be a big deal. I'm gonna see if I can get another media pass.
I don't know why you guys are always like, "Oh yeah, we can stay at this hotel that's $30 a night," and I'm like, look at it, and I want to fucking puke, and I'm like,
because you can put your bike in the room.
The one that's 55.
I'm not
and
even
then,
like, I don't even want to
bring
bring a bike down
"Don't
there.
you
I'm
put
not
your bike
going
in
to.
the fucking room."
Ian,
dude.
Ian, here's what I gotta do. Let's go down there and we'll slap some AMA stickers on your shit, and let's just throw your bike and you in the race.
Sure.
Fuck it. What's the worst that can happen?
I think I have an AMA sticker on my bike.
Oh, well then we're ready. We're good to go. You're probably you're probably supposed to be in it, dude. Like you're probably on the thing.
Yeah, they're probably mad at me for not being there before.
Yeah, you better get down there on like Thursday or Friday for qualifying, man.
Jake, let me throw this out there real quick. This is amazing. I should have told you this. I should have texted you right away. But we went to the Circus Ring of Fame down there in Sarasota today to see some of my friends, and a FCO7 passed with a Jake the Garden Snake sticker on it and a GoPro on his helmet. And I didn't
that makes my dick hard.
Yeah, I didn't see it until he passed me, but I wanted to fucking chia him or something to see if he'd stop, but I didn't notice it until he passed.
That's awesome, dude.
He was an idiot too.
I wearing a Jake shirt and had someone recognize it.
He was an idiot new vlogger.
Dude, I've been in my car and seen a DRZ go by with like one of my stickers on it, and got packed up next to him, rolled down the window, and just went
He was an idiot. This guy was an idiot new vlogger though, because he had like the extension on the top of his helmet, like 3 inches, with the GoPro on top of the fucking
it's
arm.
never a good angle, but whatever, dude.
Yeah, like this guy just started.
Fucking hell! I just realised I had me mic mute that whole fucking time.
You said it 1 through 2 things. You're not very loud.
I've been saying shit. I just realised my fucking mic is muted.
You thought we were all just
only fucking walking
you off.
Oh yeah, we're right. We just don't like you.
Or you,
I'm just kidding.
Wait, mate, leave me a fucking dollar.
You need to bring your mic into the same room that you're in.
No, I was saying before, if you go to that race, they'll just let Ian in because they'll be like, "Oh shit, Adam Scott's here, let him in." Like,
There you go.
Oh yeah,
It'll be a
you
fucking
got to shave that beard
celebrity
down
race.
some, Ian. You're not looking very. You're looking a little crazy
Yeah.
right now.
I am
Yeah,
looking
like-
fucking crazy.
there's like Adam Scott's auditioning for like Castaway 2 or some shit.
Dude, I'm kind of grizzly right now.
Yeah, it happens.
Well, yeah, I thought I was gonna get a job, and then I didn't like the jobs, so I'm just gonna do school, and you don't have to look good for that.
Nah, you should just go to school. Let the Navy pay you. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Every month I'm full time with all my
back.
benefits. I'm getting nearly $3,000 a month.
Yay! Hey, whatever, man. Your fucking wife makes money.
She does, and she had her last day at her other job, and she's gonna start working from home. She's taking this week off, but after that, working from home, making the same thing she made as a fucking
Well, that's gonna
market
be bad
research
when
analyst at
working at the
JCPenney.
house. She's gonna be working at the
moved her
house.
desk into the other room.
You're gonna be at the house.
Mm-mm.
Y'all are gonna either like bone a lot or fight a lot. Probably both.
I'll probably just
It's
leave.
going to start out boning and end with fighting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Which
good
it really
at
should,
those
it's really
things.
better when it goes the other way, you know. But that's the best when you're like she's been mad at you for a while and you try to like, come on, I'm sorry. Then you get to bone her for the first time in like a week, and you're like, I think we're good now, right? We're good because we did that. Sometimes you're not, you know.
Like, can you
Sometimes
make
she
me-
just wanted
can you make me a
something.
sandwich, babe.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, dude, I'm just using you, FYI. I'm still pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Unless you're a bad root, then she might hate you even more afterwards.
I sent. What'd you send me for? He sent this thing to me. It was like the kangaroo with like a balloon.
Oh, the get well soon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
It was
saw
a
that.
dead kangaroo. I immediately sent it to my wife, and she sent me back that meme. It's all like, I want like something like I consider killing you if it wasn't for the gel time or something. That's my stupid shit. I think I used to make her laugh at first. Now our humor is so far off from each other. She thinks I'm a fucking lunatic. And she's probably right, but
You know, I have a feeling it has to do with the people you associate with. Because my humor has completely been a bit more crude. My wife doesn't laugh at my jokes anymore.
my wife
And it's like, and then,
will date
and then
job and like works with people in the real world.
she's like, you're telling a joke, and they're like, and then he put it in her butt, and she's like, I don't get it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Grace doesn't like when I get crazy with people. Like, not crazy, but I use my weird sense of humor while in public. We were at fucking Lowe's, and I was trying to find a machete, and I couldn't find one, so I got them to help me, and they finally got it for me. I was like, sweet. I was like, you guys have any, like, where do I find like duct tape? And you guys sell fucking lye? Grace was like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it. So bad.
It's like it's funny when I'll be sitting there. She'll be like, we're on the couch. I'll be scrolling through Instagram. And I see something funny. I start laughing, and she's like, "What is it?" I'm like, "It's from Nero. I can't show you this.
For you.
It's from Nero. There's literally a cock in it. I don't know how this is even on Instagram. It doesn't make any sense.
It's like, I can't show you. It's already been flagged and taken down.
It's actually,
Yeah, it's already gone.
I actually have saved some to show her things like that actually hasn't been.
I go to this. I usually go to this conference in Vegas every year, and they have this scavenger hunt. But the scavenger hunt's kind of fucked up. So like, you'll have to like go to from one store on one receipt, and it'll be like get like duct tape, rope, and like, some random shit that totally looks like you're about to rape somebody, kidnap them.
Are you sure it's a business thing or like?
Huh?
You work with a bunch of rich white people? Is it like that movie Eyes Wide Shut?
It's a security conference, but yeah, it's shit like that. It's pretty funny though.
Yeah, sounds hilarious.
Las Vegas is such a trashy shithole.
I mean, it's better than
Las
Florida.
Vegas is the
I don't think
fucking
that's true.
worst.
I've been to Vegas once. I don't think I ever want to go again. I've been to Florida
No.
a half dozen times, and I've been fine to go again.
I lived there for a year, and it was the absolute worst. The clincher was when I pulled up to the red light next to Wet and Wild, and I looked over to the alley next to Utopia, a strip club, and a stripper came out. There's these kids playing stickball in the alley, and a stripper came out and grabbed one of their hands and went to the car and left. I was like, holy shit!
I got really drunk. It was like 2 in the morning. Me and my friend were trying to get back to the hotel, and I was like, we were like really fucked up. And I dropped my wallet, right, and like one of my cards came out or whatever. So we're picking them up, and like this hooker comes over, and she's like, "Hey guys," and we look at her, we're like, we're drunk. We ain't that drunk. And then like she's, she starts talking to us or whatever, and then like on the other side of the street, there's like these two dudes. One of them's completely fallen over, like on the floor. His friend's trying to pick him up, and we're like, "There you go, that's your target right there."
Yeah. And the porn doesn't help either. I mean, at first I was like,
Card
"Oh, cool
flickers.
porn." Yeah. Like it's like corn. I was like, "Oh, cool porn all over the place." But then when you're on your way home multiple nights in a row, and you only have to put your windshield wipers on to keep the porn off your windshield, that's like, oh my god.
One thing that pissed me off about Vegas when we went there was all the people in the corners, and they got those fluoro shirts on, and they're flicking the cards everywhere.
Yep.
You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I spent 7 days there, and the last night we were there, like I was pretty blind drunk, and we're walking past, man, and just every corner is just flicking them right in my face. And then I got the last bloke, and I was like, for fuck's sake, and I fucking flicked his cards out of his hands, push him, grab the card, and flicking it in his face. I'm like, how the fuck do you like it, mate? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Good on you.
You're constantly getting shit like that. There's fucking bums everywhere. And it's dirty as shit.
Hey, good on you, Foray, for doing that shit, because it's crazy. Like, literally, if anybody out there or anybody in the panel has never been to Vegas, you literally can't wipe your ass. Like, literally, you pull toilet paper out of the toilet paper roll, and a fucking stripper card will fall out of there.
I don't get the families that go there. Like I get if you're like passing through to get to another city, you stay at a hotel, whatever. But like you see like full on families just like going out to dinner and walking down the strip.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. And like Vegas, like they're putting out throughout the country, it's like we're more family friendly. Horse shit.
Horse shit or horse? Horse shit. Anyway, I haven't been to there, but I've been to Thailand, and I can tell you, like, it's funny though, like, because if you're in like if you're down like going down like Walking Street or whatever, like, yeah, there's like prostitutes like everywhere, but they're like kind of like call at you and stuff. That's about it. If you go down like you go down the Ladyboy Street though, you go down Ladyboy Street, keep trying to pick you up. Like they kept picking up riding with Tom because he's not very big. They can carry him away.
There's this video going around.
They're like, "Oh, come with us." He's like, "Oh no, whoa."
I saw in one of your videos when you guys were going down Ladyboy Street in your little, what was it, rickshaws or whatever?
Dude, I rolled down there like one of the first nights we got the scooters, and I wish we got this on film. I think I just rolled over there real fast, and none of our gear were excited. Like, let's ride the scooters down the street. I like stopped in the middle of doing like spinning donut, just lay it like where it's like half resting on its side, like this fucking rental donuts. And they're like, "Woo!" This one kept. It was this one lady boy in particular. Every time I went down there, I started figuring he whatever ripped its tits out, and they're so funny. All kind of fucked up.
Oh,
like,
Mr. Jackie, you like
the tits just stand straight up because you just 100%. And she's like pulling them out, and you're just looking at laughing, like, look at these fucking things. What the fuck is this? That's not a tit.
Ruined yourself, haven't you?
They can do some fake tits that you really wouldn't know that well, but those ones for some discount.
Has anybody seen that video going around of the lady boy putting on makeup and the makeup sponge doesn't quite work, so she uses a dildo, or he uses a dildo, puts some makeup on the dildo and turns the vibrator on, and just lets that half the fucking makeup.
Was that on Nero's Instagram?
Can't say that.
It's so funny because it works well, and when he's done, he looks like a chick. He's just like using a vibrating dildo to pat his makeup on it.
Well, they're silly little things, aren't they?
Ugh.
It's so tall. Some folk are so tall.
I
Which
might
is funny
pull
because the
one
Thai
there.
people in general weren't very tall, but it seemed like half the tallest Thai people were like, I want to be a lady boy. How are you gonna fit in? You're definitely not a lady. But I don't know. I think that's like the thing. I think like it's some of them. In some cases, I think it's like they want to be like, I'm a lady
I think
boy.
a great
There's a
video
whole there's whole
series.
people. There's people that just get stuck on Ladyboy Street. I feel bad for people because Ladyboy Street is like on the way to Walking Street. I have to imagine there's a lot of people that just didn't realize they didn't make it to Walking Street, like that were new there. And they're just like, oh, right, this is great. And they're so cheap.
I like to see Shade Tree go through a Ladyboy course in like a video series.
There was some fun bars out there. We did go drinking out there a lot, but you just gotta watch out because they're trying to fucking grab Tom and steal him. We gotta keep a ghost eye on poor Tom.
That's so fucking hilarious.
Now that Tom's shown his face, I can say this. He has kind of a boyish face, and I think they just ate him up out there. They're fucking crazy about Tom, and they really would pick him up.
Tom looks like he's about 13 years old.
I looked haggard and old, so no one bothered me, which was nice, you know. And I was limping. They probably thought something was really wrong with me because, like, after the first day I was there, I had a blown out knee, and I had to get I had to lean on somebody, like Nerb was having to help me get half the places I got. I'd lean on. They're probably yeah, he's sickly. That one's sickly.
They're probably looking at you, going, "Oh, look at him bringing his son to Thailand with him."
Nerb does look like a super dad. Jeez.
It's like that guy's pupils are vibrating back and forth. He's got a butt infection. Stay away.
He definitely has a blood farts.
Yeah, definitely blood fart.
Wait, that's a blood fart.
Real not good.
Motherfucker been eating my hot sauce. He has no idea that there's dysentery in that.
Jesus.
Oh man.
That picture.
I've been up for 2 days.
Yeah.
Boys. I haven't slept.
Yeah, licking the cup.
Why?
No explanation.
Oh, me?
No, the
Driving.
cup picture.
The only reason is because I couldn't find the Chase on Two Titties pictures.
Oh, okay.
I think it's been deleted. But if you go to his, what's it called? It's still in his story, I think. I just saw that a minute ago.
Let me
I saw that. I was like, damn, that's fucking cold.
Yeah, I was like, oh, come on, dude. That's a bit much, right?
There we go. That looks better.
It's weird how no one's looking at her either in the picture. Everybody's like, no big deal.
Oh, no, dude, don't get that.
Oh, no.
I'll take it off.
That was a bad choice of shirts, man.
I like seeing that. I love seeing that picture. It makes me feel good about my tits. I'm like, I'm an A-cup. Fuck you.
Jesus.
My favorite part was reading the comments. Holy shit, people just did not care.
Oh, I didn't read the comments. I bet they were pretty awful.
So it was funny the way he edited the video. It sounded really horrible. Like, oh, my wife's parents have died, but the worst part is I'm not uploading for a week. And it's like, oh, dude, that edit.
No, jeez. Oh well.
Jeez.
Oh well.
People that upload every couple of days and stuff like that, like Jake. I mean, and I used to be myself. I didn't ever pay attention. If I was uploading every 2 days, I didn't give a fuck about what was going on. I just wanted that video up. My dick could have been hanging out because of
once a week.
I did that the other day on the balcony. Didn't realize the front of my pants were open.
Well, that's just no good.
There was no charges. It's all good.
Oh, I'm thinking of Jake the Garden Rake. That's a different fucking website. Never mind.
There you go.
What?
Jake the Garden Dick is actually a porn name.
Oh, no.
He's a porn star. Look him up.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
if you look, here's something, Backroad. If you look hard enough, there is a porn star that'll look like anybody you know.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys ever get that? Those emails like, this guy's you. Is that you? It's like everybody finds your doppelganger, man.
Yeah, and it's really bad when it's the gay porn websites. It's like, damn.
I get it a lot. Cowie sent me a fucking video a couple weeks ago of fucking two guys dancing on a cruise ship. I was like, damn.
I saw that.
Forey sends me some weird stuff.
He makes the weird stuff too. It wasn't weird until he touched it.
Yeah. It's like somebody he thinks looks like me or somebody. I don't know.
I see a lot of guys that look like my balls. Look like my left nut. Like Justin the Apparition. He looks just like my left nut.
What?
Yeah, little blonde beard and a fucking Glock. Complaining about people making money. That's my left nut.
Oh,
So
you put your gun down the front of your pants. Oh, yeah.
My left nut's like, fuck the lottery. It's not fair. Don't spay and neuter your pets because it's gay.
Who's that celebrity that pushes all that spay and neutering? Wasn't it that Family Feud dude?
It was, Bob Barker.
Oh yeah, Bob Barker. He did that Happy Gilmore.
Well, there's so fuck you should, because damn it, there's just to get out of control. It's like, well, my kitties, I don't want to get them fixed. Well, now you have 30. good fucking shit, lady. I don't know.
Half of them have distemper and shit. They're like, oh,
yeah, they can't be like they just have to be euthanized now. They're all just terrible shithole cats.
Fuck yeah. Speak to Shade Tree's girlfriend, Jess. She gave up that job of just putting things down, like hundreds of them a day. God damn.
Yeah. Jesus. There was a clinic here that started getting sued by the fucking righteous motherfuckers saying they killed 20 cats. I'm like, motherfucker, when I was a vet tech, I'd kill 40 a morning. In the morning.
And that wasn't on the job. That was just before work.
That's coming to work.
That's on the way.
I mean, they come in like puppies come in with parvo and shit, and they're just like too far along. What do you want to do? You want to just let them rot to death? Come on.
Well,
shit's fucked.
And like that homeless guy that showed up at my front doorstep. What do you want? You him to starve? No, shotgun shot in the head. No, shoot him in the head.
It's such a what a tangent. I love it.
You want him to keep asking? You want him to keep asking you for a pancake every morning? Fuck that shit.
You got homeless people asking for pancakes, man. America is the best.
Have you ever had a homeless person throw money back at you because it wasn't enough?
What? No, that's ridiculous. What
I have.
Place do you live in?
I gave a homeless person like $1 and he fucking threw it back at me. He's like, I was like, well, fuck you.
That's when you fart in your hand and throw it in his face. He's like, how's that? You like that one? Oh. That's worth $2 right there. The meal that caused that fart cut.
Homeless problems here to the degree you guys have. Crazy.
I think over there they just kill them or something. I don't know. I don't know how we have so many over here.
And traveling on the road.
Just send them to the desert.
In Australia, we just move them to the warm parts when it gets cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like in Hawaii, I remember seeing like it's like you didn't really see like lots of homeless people. You just saw lots of people that lived on the beach, and you thought, well, that's a cool lifestyle.
Yeah.
And they would go down to the beach, and there'd be like, oh, there's a couple of tents over there. And these are like hardcore like set up tents. And they're like, man, they got like pots and pans in there. They got a whole oven set up. They got like there's a fishing rod. So let's see, they pull fish out of the water. They cook them here on the beach. And if they shit and piss, they probably just go stand in the water and do it. Do the water and whatever.
Man, that's top tier homeless.
And they got a nice tan.
San Diego had a big issue with the Titus. It was a big outbreak because of all the homeless people. It's like someone keeps... The problem that you have with cities is, a nice city that has a homeless problem was like, oh, here's a bus ticket. Let me send you a one-way ticket here. And they just ship them out of their state or out of their city.
Yeah.
And they all end up in one fucking place.
So, like, everybody go to Knoxville. Here's a one-way ticket to Knoxville. Like, you motherfuckers. I don't need Leroy Brown asking me for heroin. You motherfucker.
It's like I only have enough heroin for myself. Damn it.
Yeah, right. I'm almost out.
Do you know how expensive it is out here?
Jesus. That's when you start cutting your shit with fentanyl. That's where it's all coming from. You're like, oh, let's give these guys fentanyl.
I cut it with some Ambien, so then they get high and racist. It'd be awesome.
No. You give them Ambien and they wake up fucking you in the butt.
Wait, I didn't really ever look into this. Is that really what she claimed, that she took Ambien?
Yeah, and there legitimately is a thing on the label saying it makes people's thoughts all fucked up. Yeah. So people are now saying that it's the racist drug.
Yeah, so Ambien, she blamed Ambien, and then Ambien tweeted her saying that.
Well, they snapped back hard.
Yeah, they said something about our racism isn't a side effect of Ambien or something like that. And then Philip DeFranco went and looked at Ambien, and that's where he pointed out that, like, on their label, it says, like, it can fuck with your judgment and fuck with your, like, personality and
I
shit
bet
like
you
that.
know. I bet you it is. I bet it doesn't. I bet it just makes, like, those little thoughts in the back of your head, like,
come to your forefront.
Exactly.
Like alcohol.
Like if you're not racist at all, it's not going to bring up those thoughts. It just brings up the stuff.
But then this is the way to go. So if you're suspect that someone's racist, you hand them Twitter and Ambien and go, here you go, let's find out.
You know what happened to the Google bot?
Hand them Twitter and the fucking Ambien. Oh shit.
But
you're talking about the Google bot that was like trained to be super racist.
Reddit ruined it like 24 hours.
Alexa's super racist. He's like, Alexa, play James Brown. He's like, I don't know who James Brown is. Here's Led Zeppelin. It's like, you racist bitch.
You're just not saying it right. That is something like our brother Will. He was fucking trying to get Alexa to play some song for like 10 minutes straight. You know, he can't listen to a song for more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll just let the fucking Rudy play. But he's sitting there like, play, like he's trying to get some weird, super niche fucking folk music shit that he likes. And then he's finally gets it right. I'm just like, I'll just scream out like, Alexa, play fucking Britney Spears. Like, damn it, Jake.
Like, let me throw this out there real quick for people who have Alexa. Don't buy two Alexas. Don't buy another Echo. Get a Bluetooth speaker and link your Alexa, and it's the same as another one.
Did you guys see that vulnerability with the Alexa? So apparently there's a frequency that it uses that the human ear can't hear. And if you record it in a certain way, like when you buy something, when you say buy this and that, there's a frequency associated with that. So if you can get that recording of that sound and play it back, like, and you go to someone's house and you play it, you can't hear it, but Alexa can hear it, and it'll purchase whatever fucking that frequency was supposed to be.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what?
What a lot of weird
would it be if you?
work
I was like, how fucked up would it be if you put that in like a YouTube video and just fucking like in the background?
I've had people ordering a dog in 10 inches.
Yeah.
That's like whenever they first came out with that shit for the Xbox where you could like talk to it and use your hands and shit. And you're playing online with people, and if they're fucking, you can tell they're not using like a headset. You can hear their TV. You just start screaming Xbox off. You turn their Xbox
It's
off.
hard to figure out. You used to turn people's Xbox off all the fucking time.
I used to wonder about that. I used to wonder about that. If you just point both cameras toward the couch and you lay down on the couch and just start jacking off, what the fuck would that thing do?
I remember the early days when you were playing Uno and everyone had a camera, and about 2 weeks into people being nude, everyone became like Filthy Frank. They looked all pink and spotty. They changed the detection of skin color.
What the fuck?
It was so creepy. So there'd be someone there with their dick out, and it'd be, you know, the usual thing. And then next week it'd be this purple thing with like polka dots on it.
What the fuck?
Oh, that sounds designer, like awesome.
So wait, like you're playing Uno and like you're sitting around each other, but just like, what? Like you can see people, like a VR thing or something?
No. The original Xbox, the Xbox Live had a camera and shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I remember that. I remember playing.
Yeah, so you play Uno, and it's just Uno, but you're playing with other knobheads around the world.
No, they're
with a
not.
camera, and of course, there's dudes whipping dicks out.
So why wouldn't
Who
you?
know? And then two dicks are like, do so.
Now you got to take all four at once. Ooh.
Also,
Weird, man.
All four.
cuatro.
You're adding like extra O's to the. That's not how this works. It's like you actually are speaking Spanish, but you're just adding extra O's.
As the clinking of beers happen. Yeah.
Sorry. I just knocked a bunch of beers down on the tiles.
There you go. That's always good.
Yeah, but
now I'm getting naked in bed. You hear my belt?
Oh no.
Like that? You want to hear my penis?
Mm-mm.
No, we're good.
But anyway,
You're too late.
before he does that,
You're too late.
brother, you're not doing anything on the next weekend, right?
What?
You're not like in school or anything next weekend, right?
Next weekend? No.
Are you out for a little bit or something?
I mean, I start summer classes this next week, but it's only Monday through fucking Thursday, 2 hours a day, 9 to 11 a.m.
God, it sounds like Jake's talking to Jake. It's so funny.
What you want me to go to this AMA thing, or is it fucking you want to make a video, or both?
Yeah, we should go down there and film shit. It'd be cool.
I might be able to do that.
It might be fun. I don't know.
That's you said it's in Austin.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Is that the thing Dan's doing, is it?
we might be able to do that.
Yeah, is that the thing Dan's doing? He's doing a meetup is it in Austin?
No, I have no idea. I doubt it. I highly doubt he's doing a meetup in Austin.
Dan doesn't.
No,
do
he's doing it
things.
in Atlanta. Like, yeah, Wow Motorcycles near Atlanta or some shit.
Wow.
Austin.
In Georgia.
Wow.
Just
Hey, I've got a prediction for the future. You know, everyone in the motovlogging community went and bought Groms and all that dumb shit.
Mhm.
I think the next thing, because RJ sparked it on, is the electric bikes.
no, we're not all
Except
gonna
they're
buy zeros.
expensive.
Those zeros are cute and all, but we're not gonna. No, they're not gonna sell.
I don't think it's gonna
really?
happen.
Yeah, I would ride those all the time when I was working at that one dealership, and I'll tell you, especially in the weather we're in right now, go pin that zero up and down the street for more than a minute, and the battery light's gonna flick on. It's gonna reduce power, and it's like it's just not. They're cool, but they're just not. I rode the Alta SM. It was way more aggressive. It was way more badass.
That's what I wondered about the thermal locking. Like in this country, it's just fucking hot, so it's probably not worth
Here's
it.
the weird thing with the Alta. The Alta actually has water cooling. It's smart, but the battery isn't water cooled. And the same thing with all the Alta, the Zero, and the KTM thing. They all like the KTM also has water cooling. The Zero doesn't. But anyway, the point is, you got two of them with water cooling, but they don't water cool the battery because they're like, we want it to be a quick change battery. Dude, those batteries are like fucking $3,000-$4,000 plus you got to buy a charger. Not everyone's gonna be fucking racing these things. They need to fucking hardwire that battery in and fucking hook it to the cooling system.
Yeah, it's okay if it's a bitch to replace it when I have to.
Yeah, like for real, like because that's like the thing with the Zero. Like you can pop the battery out in like hilarious. Like you take the key out, you open this little door up, and there's no connector. You don't have to unplug anything. You grab it and unconnects as you pull it out, kind of deal. It's like yeah, and you can swap the battery in like 30 seconds. It's awesome. Probably less time than that if you're fucking had like a couple people. But who's fucking buying? You know, like an extra, like you got to buy two of their batteries plus the chargers, like $5,000-$6,000 and shit.
Damn.
Just so you can like do a quick
I don't
swap
do,
for
yeah.
racing. Like not everyone's going to be doing that. The whole thing, I don't know. It's like it's getting there. It's close,
But it's not
I
quite
think we
there.
all kind of feel it, you know. Like hey, like the electric shit's actually like you know because you especially see it with some of the shit like Tesla and those guys do, and you're like. Some of that shit's like now just sniffing at the edge of door of being like
I've got an
really
electric
practical,
lawnmower.
like really doable, you know. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's just not good. Like the Alta's $15,000, and I think you can ride it for about maybe if you're doing it easy, maybe 50
What do the
miles.
Zeros go for there?
They claim 100, but again, that's going to be riding it real fucking easy.
No, I mean price wise, how much do they go
like
for?
10,000, 11,000. It's a bit
Okay,
better.
Yeah, they're like
but
22
still,
grand out here or some
you could buy the
insane
new-
shit.
You could buy the new CRF 450L for the same price. It's like, yeah, fuck, dude, I don't know.
Oh, I'm still tempted. I still want a 701.
A 701. What's that?
The Supermoto, the KDM.
I'm just kidding. I read
the
the
Husky.
fuck out of
You
that.
motherfucker. I go, what are you talking about? I've seen your video.
So
like one of
that's a great thing to want. But
yeah. But you have to sell the Grom and everything else to get it, I think.
You kids. You got any kids?
No, man, I'm not that silly. Come on.
Not that silly.
You could have one, you could sell it.
Right. He's like, no, I sold them all.
They don't get much in the slave trade all the way down here. Maybe up in the northern hemisphere, but down south, nah, slave trade's crap.
Some jackass on Instagram pissed me off today, doing shit like that. We buried my daughter.
It's back road in his backyard. I can barely hear him.
Oh, sorry. We buried my daughter waist deep in sand today, and some motherfucker on Instagram was like, leave her there, because then when the high tide comes in, she'll disappear. I'm like, okay, that's a guy that never had kids. You could you fucking sick. You sick fuck.
Wait, is your family with you in the hotel room?
Oh yeah.
I'm just wandering around drunk talking to yourself.
Jesus.
Back road.
Get a
Are you
fucking
It's a big
grip.
room.
Are you keeping them awake right now?
No, it's like a cabana with like 2 rooms, 3 rooms.
Okay.
Beat up. It's kind of cool. Like, I don't know.
Well, now the price makes a little more sense. Also, I'll say that.
Yeah, true.
Like fuck, Ian. When I went down there to see you,
Can stay nice places.
Like,
well, it wasn't my fault. He came to California to see me because I was coming in from deployment, and then deployment got extended.
yeah, it was because of fucking.
I wasn't
fat
happy
guy
about
in
it
North
either.
Korea that made some problems. Anyway, so
we were ready to fucking kill them. People were real mad when we got extended and we didn't kill anyone.
yeah, I was mad. Like if you had told me like we got
having a
extended,
wank and
but
not
we
shooting.
bombed the shit fuck out of North Korea, I'd be
Yeah.
like, that's been awoke.
The deployment before that, we had like 7,000 kills. So
Yeah, you
go to this one, you have
guys are
0.
fucking
It's
dude.
kind of
It's terrible. So anyway,
it's ISIS. It's all right.
was it though? Is there really 7,000 people in ISIS?
Who knows, man?
Or you
Bombs,
just gotta
It's like we press the button, it goes.
bombs don't discriminate.
Shouldn't it be funny? Anyway.
Bombs don't discriminate. It's all right. You just
No, we
clear them all out.
stayed in some place, some that little hotel right off the fucking beach. That
Yeah.
Bell's restaurant was like built into it. Now and then, like
Yeah, I've been around that area a million times.
that was fucking kind of
On
pricey. It was
Coronado.
cool. We had like a whole like a little mini condo or something to stay in.
It's cool. The deal is, Mom always wanted. She always thinks it's fun to stay on Coronado when she goes out there. I had to like talk
wasn't
her
that
out of it
great?
the most recent time because you want to get anywhere and you have to go over the fucking Coronado Bridge, and everything's just real expensive on Coronado.
Well, then that ended up being the thing. It was like we didn't do all that much because it was like, fuck. I went and saw the sea lions, which are not on Coronado. I had to
It's
leave
a
for
shame
that.
because if I was there, I could have showed you all kinds of cool shit that's real cheap to see.
I did do some cheap things. I mean, hell, going and seeing that one ship. What is it called? The fucking Midway. That's cheap.
Midway.
That's kind of cool because I've never been
I
on one
was
of those
there.
things. It smelled
Well, if
like
I was there,
oil.
you could have seen mine.
Yeah, mate.
Could have seen a current one.
Well,
would have taken you places you're not allowed to go.
Been
fun.
Yeah. I technically saw all sorts of new ones just from the outside.
I remember this one dude that I knew that he didn't do my job on the ship, and he did some basic bullshit. I remember he saw me walking down the hall with like some wrenches and shit, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I was doing some work." I was like, "You know, see something real quick? You got a minute?" He was like, "Yeah, sure." And he comes with me, and I fucking take him through this room that has fucking radiation signs on the door and shit. And he's like, "Oh, is this all right?" And I was like, "Just don't talk about it." Yeah, all right.
Should have fucked with him when he left there. Be like, now you can go take a shower right now, right? Because you really need to.
And just throw the clothes overboard that you're wearing.
Just fuck with him. Be like, when was the last time you got a tetanus shot? Because that's actually really important. Like, what? But you can't tell anyone you're in here. So you like go to fucking some random doctor. I gotta get a tetanus shot today. Oh shit.
It was good stuff.
Gonna fuck with people bad. Like start looking at him funny, be like, oh shit, you need to get out of here. Like start looking like fuck with him, like look behind his ears or something.
You're like, you need to go.
Look behind his ears. You pull a marker out and start dotting his ear. Be like, well, look at these little fucking dots, man. Fucked.
Oh god, dude, there were people in the ship that were real dumb about that shit. They thought it was like gonna fucking kill them all the time because there was two nuclear reactors on there.
Well, they might, but
whatever. Probably more likely to die from the fucking literal millions of gallons of jet fuel. I remember while we were on that big deployment launching planes every fucking day, bombing 24/7, where we
just one of the fuel.
Well, we smelled fuel all the time, but we do these things where another ship would come beside us to give us fucking food and bullshit and fuel. And literally, I remember one of them exceeding 1 million gallons transferred in one go. I was like, oh my God, fucking jet fuel.
It's not that flammable.
It really isn't, actually. Really. I've seen someone put a cigarette out in jet fuel.
I think it's actually like got to be highly compressed or something.
It has to get atomized.
Yeah.
Jet fuel is only kerosene with blue dye in it.
Jet fuel is just fuel.
Yeah. Well, I filled up Jet Ranger helicopters for a couple years, and it was just kerosene with blue dye.
There you go. Where our shit wasn't blue, it was yellow. But
okay, yellow dye. Fuck.
But
well, kerosene's kind of yellow.
I know that we also had these big ass diesel generators that ran off the same fuel. Those things were nuts. So they were 16 cylinders. And each cylinder, I think, was about 16 liters. And they were turbocharged and supercharged.
I wonder if they were a two-stroke diesel then.
I don't know. They were fucking insane.
There are these like two-stroke diesels. You'll see them on the road every now and then. They got a different sound. They're like old school trucks.
Yeah.
But it still has like a pressurized oil system, and like it's got oil in the bottom and the whole fucking 9 yards.
Yeah, this definitely had all that.
So like, but it's a two-stroke. So you're like, it's like the air and fuel doesn't go through the bottom of the crank. So what it just has is, I think they usually have an exhaust valve at the top. They have an exhaust valve, but they don't have and they have like a fuel thing, like a direct fuel. And they have the piston goes down. There's literal ports down on the bottom, but just intake ports only. So it fires up, bangs it, and there's exhaust valve at the top. And once it gets below the things, it refills it.
I don't know, Jake.
So
it
does.
But if you think about
ran. Here's the thing: by that design, it would have to have a shit ton of pressure, even at idle, to run like that. It basically have to have boost, or it can't work. Well, so it actually has to have a supercharger that's wound up even at low RPM to keep positive pressure into it, and then once it revs up, the turbo kicks in. And
it might have had a lot of crazy shit.
They're pretty cool. Heroin.
It used is 500 psi air to start it.
Heroin is just propane with brown dye in
it. Milk is just fucking water with white dye.
Oh, that timing. Jesus.
Milk. The bone broth. Fucking Alex Jones called milk bone broth, and I almost pissed myself.
Is that recent?
I don't know. Sometimes I'm just drunk and come upon start seeing Alex Jones videos on YouTube, and I'll get stuck watching them, and they're fucking hilarious.
I used to watch heroin. I'd watch interviews and stuff from that one guy, Jesse Ventura guy, because he would actually be saying some shit that kind of seemed like he was onto something smart, but then he would just get. He's not Alex Jones level of crazy, but he's definitely. I don't understand what's going on.
Heroin is just propane with blue dye in it. Rose dye.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is Max doing? He's gonna die. Is that Florida?
Yeah. I'm playing the character Backroad.
Oh, cool.
And this is the Dirty Shame.
Yeah, watch out for the seedy hotel and the red light there. Oh no.
I'll just like the word seedy, don't you?
Seedy. No, they do, don't they? Floridians.
Seedy.
Dude, I forgot how many people. It's really funny, and it's apparent when you start seeing the population down here, how many there's like a mix of young, just attractive people, very few, and the rest of them are all old. And when you look at them, you can tell the young ones all came down here because they think like there's like hot chicks all over the beach, and when they get here, they don't realize that it's just all old, fucked up, rich people just walking down the beach naked. Fucking hilarious.
That's fun. Me and my brother one time we went on some family vacation and we went to Florida.
We went there more than one time.
We had the whole beach to ourselves. I remember the whole time, and the reason why is I think like a month before that there'd been a bad shark attack on that beach, and so everyone was fucked off on it. And we were like, "Well, this is cool. We got the beach to ourselves."
That's a big thing too. Like my sister even said that today. She's like, "Oh man, yeah, Venice Beach is known for shark's teeth. You can go up and down the beach at shark's teeth." And my daughter's like, "Shark's teeth?" She's like, "There's no sharks." I'm like,
where the fuck do you think the teeth are coming from?
You fucking liar.
Yeah, there's no sharks in the ocean, honey. It's okay.
Yeah, no sharks in the ocean.
Not here in this
wrong
warm water. Lots of sea life.
That's only in the movies.
As a fin passes by, you're like, "Oh, that's just trash." Trash on the boat.
It's a dolphin, babe.
It's a dolphin with his tail sideways on the back. They do that to be hilarious.
Yeah,
Not a lot of people know.
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
Have you seen
Not
that?
a lot of people know that Myrtle Beach is the worst.
It's like a little mini submarine like boat that looks like you can get them where they look like a shark.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that shit is awesome, dude. It's like a jet ski, but with like a shark.
But you can go like
fuselage
slightly
on it.
underwater with it.
Yeah, it's like a submarine type thing.
It's so cool.
They are so expensive though. I was so like, oh my god, if these things are like in my head, I saw them for the first time. I was like, dude, if these things are like 25,000, I'll figure it out.
It's on that site.
And then it's like $80,000. I was like, never mind.
Well,
You can call it.
It's on that
can, like,
site. This is why I'm broke.
Yeah, we can do like shark vlogs and shit. Shark vlog. I'm a shark today. Let's go eat some fucking people. Not a lot of people know that Myrtle Beach is the worst, man. There's so many sharks out there. It's not even funny. They're like, why does the water stink?
Myrtle Beach in?
South Carolina.
Yeah, I thought Myrtle Beach was the one that was whenever I was stationed out there that I think everyone went to.
Yeah, it's popular. It's just like it's so crazy because there's so many people on the beach. But I went up in a biplane over the beach, and you can see like 2 miles away from shore, it's just sharks swimming north and south, and the tide or the waves just bring the shark shit into the beach, so it just stinks. But then if you swim too far out, man, you're just in the middle of the sharks, dude. No one really knows it. Bull sharks.
That's pretty neat.
I should go to bed.
You should go to fucking hell, you piece of shit.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
Ditto, boys.
Same thing. Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna go to sleep before I got this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out too. So later, side chat. Thanks for sticking around.
Bye
Bye, everyone.